it's only a 10-foot diameter.
Hello, everybody.
Hello!
Hello!
Some of us have more of a will to live than others.
Those that are going to Japan.
Someone volume on? No? Okay. Hi, everyone. It is July. It is hot. Woo! Yeah. Hope everyone here at the States had a fantastic 4th of July weekend, and for everyone else who's had a great
Everyone
weekend.
else get fucked.
Caroline, America.
Happy birthday, America.
Yippee!
America.
I ran away.
Yeah.
I ran away.
Smartest one of us all.
Yeah. So,
I'll be there soon.
It's not really announcements, but more just kind of a general heads up. The schedule might be a little sporadic in the next couple of months. There's a couple of life things happening, so yeah. So please, what's the Twitch words? Follow us so you get notifications when we go live. That's the best way to stay up to date. Along with joining our Discord. So yeah, if you haven't done that, please do so, because we're going to be very sporadic over the next couple months. Sorry, it's just kind of life things are happening. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. So, last we left off, the Starlight Battalion traveled to Altor to have what they hope is a final showdown with Apollo's.
What did you just give me?
MDMA.
What?
Whoa.
Candy.
Caroline, whoa.
Intense D&D session.
It's about to get real weird real quick.
Gotta be real loving.
What do you guys do?
You.
Who knows anymore?
Is that hard sweeties or something?
Are
Nothing.
they runs? What are they? Okay.
Nerds?
It's candy.
Okay.
So,
Is it nerds?
after
Oh,
traveling through this constructed rat maze, an apparent test built just for Apollo.
with,
Hey! We had a face-off. All of you are getting it today. I can already feel it.
What the fuck can I do?
In which the one-on-one encounter quickly went to 5v1 as Ava walked up and just took away his force field that was protecting him. And then Wade proceeded to counterspell every high-level spell he had. It was awesome. I mean, you did one as well, didn't you? Yeah.
And then Ava also assisted as well.
Ava, fuck him up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ava bent reality to make one of the spells fail. Meanwhile, you pushed all of the buttons down in the secret room and did something to Ares. However, after the fight was over, they were able to revive him, the candy revive spell, and finally kill Alexel. After which they had a conversation about what to do next and took their curiosities down into the basement room, in which they found the mangled, ripped apart corpse of the original Alexel, in which Azrix, thank you.
Immediate head shaker on that side of the table.
In which Ares and Apollo had to make a decision about what was to be done with the remaining 3 parts of soul that was in the body. After having a long discussion on what to do and taking the time to sleep on it, the next day they traveled back down and decided to just open the tank and kind of act on based on what happened. 2 parts of the soul traveled to Ares, 1 part traveled to Apollo based on random dice roll chance, and now the 2 feel a very strange imbalance between them as Ares holds the more dominant side of the soul. However, based on the conversations, they decided not to kill Ares, even after having him say goodbye to Minerva and Damien.
It's going to be more of a surprise when he shows back up.
Oh, yeah.
We're just here to emotionally scar any NPCs that are left.
Yeah.
Aloo?
And now, with a new ally who has revealed that he actually is an individual that they have only heard the name of Love, who is a leader-ish member of the Syndicate, the spy faction within Altor. We have a few options of what to do next, but the latest hope is to return back to Dendar and figure out what you want to do next. But in the meantime, you are still down in the secret room underneath Alexel's study, or this lab rat maze he's built, with a prisoner who you guys have it wasn't mind wipe, it was modified memory. And I think you sent him on his way after that, or is he still
Yeah.
unconscious? Okay.
We said he got drunk and
Ran around naked
got
in the
fired.
library or something.
Yeah, ran around
Fired.
naked.
And was fired from his, and Alexel fired him from his job. Yeah. And
Yep.
he was banished from the castle. So that's his memory.
Yep.
So that's out in the world now, and you currently still have the body in which Vagus used Speak with Dead the day before. That was new. And that's where we
You're such the best wizard ever.
and that's where we leave off. As you still are underneath this laboratory area, one level higher, I believe. So,
It could be one more
No.
level.
as Apollo and Ares feel this now strange pull between each other, you still have the body upstairs. I'll say the young assistant has now left in his despair and shame, yeah. And you guys have some choices you want to make. So, Starlight Battalion, what do you wish to do?
Don't forget, I decorated Alexa's body,
You did.
which I need to go display somewhere in the city.
We should probably figure out what we're gonna do after that, though, so we can like
I think we go straight to Dendar.
from there straight to Dendar. Okay. What do we have as far as did we
have
rest?
everything. We long rest.
We did. Okay.
Where
Yeah,
did Delphi
we did.
go? Do we know?
We were gonna go talk to her in regards to
She's
the team.
at Chaldean. We let her go at.
She's in Freeloy.
She's in Freeloy, yeah. She's
Freeloy.
not
Yes,
necessarily
that's right.
Caldinas, but she's in Freeloy, yeah.
Okay.
It's the last time you guys saw her.
Well, we could just go straight
Wait,
to
did you
Freeloy.
rest?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, you guys
We
did.
did.
Yeah, you guys took a long rest.
That's how we got the long rest.
Oh.
I didn't pick an 8th level
Yeah.
spell.
I need to. You have an 8th level?
Yeah, I get an 8th level now.
Great.
Oh, I have the 8th
All of those
spell
who did
slot.
not multi-class. And you guys include
I'm
shit.
fucked.
I'm curious to see what Mag's 8th level spell is going to be.
Speak with Dead ×2.
Please take like a level in wizard at some point.
Don't take my plans from me.
Okay. So, do we want to go to Dendar first, or Freeloy first, and then Dendar?
What's in Dendar again? Why? What's
I wanna
going
drop
on? I'm
Ares
sorry,
off.
I forgot.
That's okay. Ares wants to speak with Headmaster Craw because Ares has information and Ares has information on the spy network that Altor's been using, which could help Dendar.
Oh,
So we
that's
can-
important.
okay.
That's very
So-
important.
You do your thing, and then we can immediately teleport to, say, the Adventurers Guild. Okay.
Or we can
Yeah,
chaos
I could
do
take plant walk or whatever, tree walk, whatever it is, so that you don't have to use all your spells, Apollo.
that. We can chaos key. I just don't want to burn my 7th level, so if we can chaos key,
Okay.
and then I can teleport circle.
Got it.
What's your plans to get him out?
Who? Him? Well, I had an idea. If Ava was up to it and had the right spells, she could turn us all into wind again, and we can use that to get somewhere pretty advantageous to put him. Or you could eat him, but not dissolve him, turn into a pixie, fly somewhere, set the body, and then fly back.
I like that. That sounds fun.
I think that's also easier.
Less spells.
Would Apollo know a place that's like can be seen pretty readily by a lot of people?
The top parts of the spires of the castle.
I don't know. Well,
That's convenient. You don't have to leave the bubble.
Right.
You just
you could just do it up there, come back down, and we'll just chaos key out.
So I have to go all the way back to his maze?
No, we have the staircase that takes us right up.
Okay. Sick.
Alright, so is that the plan? Does that work for everybody? We do that?
that's where you draw the line.
I don't get lost. I don't want to deal with it.
He sets the direction.
Make the first left turn. Just
Okay. Plan.
Do you still want me to wind walk everyone so we can get out?
No, we don't have to wind walk. I think we can chaos key out.
Starting at the feet and working my way up.
And so is you? Do we
Like
have
a
to wait for
swallow-
you
like
to
a
come
snake
back,
swallow.
right? He has to go
Correct.
drop off the body.
But like my body's
Yes.
extending, so like I'm getting longer across the entire body.
It's horrible.
Yep.
I will guidance you before you go,
I will also inspire you.
Thank you.
just in case of anything.
Don't hide that body. I know this is what you strive for.
Oh yeah.
What he's built for.
It's. I think we just. Where do we want to wait? We want to wait right here.
Wherever I can get to you the quickest.
That might just be the well, because we can get upstairs to the garden where we came in at. And
Well, there's people
I
up there
did
right
back
now.
Right.
wind walk. I
That's what I'm
could get
kinda
us
like.
to wind
Just stay
walk
here.
out.
Just stay here.
Yeah.
Stay here.
Because I don't have to leave the bubble that we're in to do that, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just stay here.
She had inspiration.
Thank you.
Just stay.
How long does it take me to eat the body?
Stay here.
Not long, just maybe about a minute or so. I mean, you just really kind of encapsulate it like an alien horror.
And then eventually it just kind of like fully covered his body, shrinks back to normal ball size.
Yeah. He tastes like those like Olive Garden mints.
Weird. All right. I'll turn into a pixie. I will cast invisibility on myself.
All right, there's my perception rolls. Okay. So as a pixie, you're gonna go invisibly through.
I'm gonna go up the staircase,
Okay.
up to the garden area, and then up to that top spire.
Okay.
Did we have telepathic bonded before he left?
I pretty much.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm assuming at
Okay.
this point it's something you guys have been doing every morning, unless you say otherwise. I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna have you make rolls to see like how you get through doors and stuff. What level are you now? 12?
We're
11.
15.
We're level 15
Okay.
now.
Yeah, getting through a doorway is not going to be a problem right now. I'm too many games, okay. And as you get to, fine. And as you easily make your way through the castle, I'm assuming you're not going through like the actual castle, but going out and out to the garden and then up.
Yeah,
You
the
can
staircase
definitely-
leads up to the garden, right?
Yes, well, up to the library, and then you knew down the hall. There's
Go
that
down
the
the
big
hall.
doors, and then the
Yeah.
garden. Yeah. When you get outside and you start to make your way up to some of the tall spires, they weren't clearly visible. You could definitely see them from some sections of like the under parts of the city, mainly just because the buildings are so packed together. It's difficult to even see anything above various cliff faces. But this is one of the highest points in Old Altor. Definitely a symbol. Definitely a good place to make a statement. And as you fly up, there are multiple guards that are patrolling the ground, the walls, the parapets. You're invisible pixie, no one's gonna see you. But as you get closer to the top of the tower, it's almost like getting too close to a bug zapper. You can just hear that buzzing right above your head. You are really close to like, the edge of this field. So the spire, so the tops of the towers, where I put you currently, you can put yourself wherever, are that kind of that traditional coned, slanted rooftop, and then there is the lip, and the tower is just slick metal and stone, mostly metal, but down, and then there is a small balcony where you can hear like the cooing of like birds.
And the balcony isn't like a place where people go. That's just like it's like a little ridge on the way up.
It's not about a balcony that people like lounge,
Yeah.
but you can see based on the bird droppings and some of the little perches on there, there's probably where people send out birds.
And telepath. Okay. Do you want where on the spire do you want me to leave it?
It doesn't matter. Just somewhere that's visible. I basically tied like a noose around his neck, and then I have rope, so if you need to, you can tie it somewhere, like fixate it somewhere.
I'll tie him around the top of the cone, so he's like dangling from the top of the tower, like the top of the spire,
Okay.
or like you said because there's like the slanted cone and then there's like a little ridge.
Yeah, because like
Are there like along the ridge? Is there like an outer like kind of anything I could tie something to.
So like gargoyles.
You know,
or
gargoyle is
decoration.
there, like,
Yeah, not
like a little
gargoyles.
barrier of like a little fence line almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's these like curved hooks, actually like curved hook spikes on the
Yeah.
edge.
I will tie him around one of those.
Okay.
So I will, but before I expel him,
Okay.
I will,
He'll expel the
I will
rope.
do the rope and tie the rope first. So I'll have just the rope side come out, so it's kind of like a clown car, just pulling that out, and then tie.
So the hemp rope is about this big around. How big are you as a pixie?
Tiny.
If anyone could see this.
Yep. So it's horrible. It's horrible.
It's like me
It's
after a night of
horrible.
binge drinking.
Yeah.
Just
Like, it
Like
is.
jaw unhinged, become twice as big as my body, and then just like.
Yeah, like the rope is like this big. You're like around like this big.
this
The math
spicy.
ain't mathing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it works out. But I'll just pull that out, and I will fly around this little hook thing to like tie that around.
Okay.
Once I feel like it's secure,
Sure.
I will expel the rest of him. So that way he'll just kind of like dangle. But I won't let him just like drop. I'll kind
Yeah.
of like move down with him, so he's
Me-
like revealed from the top down.
Okay. I will say. I'm trying to get the visual of you expelling a human
He's
man.
not like throwing him up. It's just like kind of coming out of him as he goes down.
So basically, like my form kind of just grows a little bit, just where it's coming out.
All right. I was gonna penalize for you, but the visual of this is absolutely terrible.
Yep.
As a pixie just births a full-grown man.
Yep.
And the
Reverse ward.
and as the body slowly hangs suspended above the castle. You had a sign with the mask around his neck, correct?
Yeah.
Was it? It was just the mask symbol. Or did you have something written under it?
No.
No one is safe from the patron of masks.
Okay. Do you hang around at all, or do you need to hit back?
Nope.
Okay. As you start to,
No.
yeah.
He's sitting there like, good luck, you.
Yes.
Still checking. As soon as you
Alrighty,
start heading
fine.
back, you get down to the castle grounds, or as you're trying to move down, you pass by a guard who is looking up. He sees him. What the hell? And then a few moments later, you start to hear the alarm go up. By the time you get down to the garden, you see there are a trio of guards that are looking up and pointing up at the rooftops.
I leave them be and hurriedly go down the staircase.
All right, you make it back without issue. Are any of you guys doing anything while you was setting this up?
No. I was rearranging spells.
You're on bottom tonight, husband.
With the black
What do you mean
eyes.
tonight? We still haven't. Never mind. We'll talk about the
They
eggs.
haven't
later.
consummated the marriage.
Oh yeah.
We only have a couple more days.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, we just
Oh my
took a lot.
God.
I think I had marked it down last time, but we don't check.
You need me to bless this union?
Ava, it's very unholy. I don't think we should bless it.
Oh no, there's.
No, I think I marked it down. Just 3 days
Well,
left.
Oh, there's also alright. Ava, shield your eyes. You don't need to see this.
So that's how the mammals do it.
Oh, God.
Take that notes.
Wait.
What do you mean?
He's a furry and he's a scaly, so, like, does it really matter?
Am I scaly if I was born like this?
Or I'm just.
This is who I am.
Hot blood.
This is who I am.
You know how cats like rub their head against them? He just kind of does that like on his like
Cloaca?
carapace.
It's my tongue. I just randomly like stick my tongue on the side of his head.
Yeah. God.
Well, Aries, welcome
Alright.
to the group.
Yes, he's just.
Oh yeah.
Are you looking at my husband?
You're interested.
That's a nice way of putting it.
It's how you deal with all the stress that comes with this job.
Aries, how old are you? How many? Are you like you? You're like 3?
How many are you, Aries?
You know, interesting enough, I guess I don't really know. I never thought of counting it.
Oh, baby status. Got it.
Well, I'm not sure. That's kind of weird, though.
Well, you know, you is this many, so like, are you this many or this many?
I'm thinking more on that side. I think I'm older. But time can be, well, kind of strange.
Well, just keep
Well,
holding
no.
my fingers.
How old are you? You
Well, I'm
grew.
23, 24.
Must be around then,
you
too.
thought you were 20.
I was
I
like,
don't know how old I am.
disturbance in the forest. Thank you.
No, that seems about right.
Azurix would have been 24.
Right.
So,
I don't know. I'm probably closer to you.
Azurix at this point's like 50. I mean, he's dead now, but
Your older brother.
oh my god.
No, you grew.
I grew?
Mhm.
Since when? I don't have a lot of my own memories.
No, you were not. You were, well, not born per se, but
I was created and then given a family.
were you like a kid? Like were you like a baby and then you actually grew up?
I remember a childhood.
you were.
Then that's
You
probably
were.
the case. You're probably
I don't know,
Like-
Lexwell, that's hard to make anything full.
No, you were a child when, like young, not quite a baby, a little older. When Lexa found that home for you.
Okay. So I am older than you.
Damn.
Thank God. I wasn't gonna have to respect my elders.
I had a shot
Lol.
at respect.
It was rigged from the
you had a shot at
Am I back
respect.
yet?
Huh?
Am I back
I
yet?
say you're back at this
Okay.
point. You can come back during that, like at the end of that conversation. Do you too?
And I'll just. Well, I'm
Yeah.
still invisible, actually.
Thank God I don't have to respect you anymore.
Does anyone hear a
Just feel a tiny little pixie.
What just touched your back?
Divine smite.
8th level with Flickworm?
Alright. I felt something touch my back, so I'm assuming you is returned.
Oh,
Yeah.
B.
Stevie.
It's done then?
Yeah, I put them on display. They started to notice before I left.
That's all we can ask for. Alright, let's Chaos Key out to Kildean's Forge.
Door. Where's the door?
There was a door.
There's doors to get in here, and there's doors downstairs, right?
Yeah, it would be upstairs because there were no like traditional lock and key doors. So actually, the library door when you guys first walked in.
Okay,
Up
we'll
there.
go up to the library, and I will chaos key to the outside of Kraw's office in the Adventurers Guild.
It doesn't matter where we go.
We're in the
Oh.
Adventurers Guild, right?
Well, we're gonna go to Forge first and then Adventure.
You
It
said,
doesn't
you said
matter.
Dendar first to drop areas off.
Doesn't matter. We can go to either way.
Okay.
I actually like Dendar better.
Okay.
Okay. So as you go to approach the library door, you can hear activity happening on the other side of this door.
There's activity happening on the other side of this door.
I can hear it.
Crazy.
That sounds like a battalion of men.
Oh no!
I'm hearing battalions, multiple.
Oh no,
There's
there's
10 guys?
At least 10 to
10
15.
guys
You know they
outside.
have a really good restaurant in Yole called Five Guys?
We should just call it battalions.
I know. Try to tell them, and it's not on a marketing deal.
Jesus. We can open a restaurant. We can open a restaurant next to the meat stick stand.
Oh my God.
Expand. Never put all your eggs in one basket.
Nope.
So,
Diversify.
as
your
you-
portfolio.
So as you approach the door, it appears that perhaps some
Pops, diversify the assets.
I'm already fucking on it.
I actually own a 457B. We're already on it, don't worry. 2.7% interest yielding, compounding year after year. We're set up.
you think Pops didn't.
I know you did.
And as you can hear the sound happening outside the door, it appears that some people are perhaps starting to make their way towards the potential crime scene. As you chaos key and open the door, instead of 2 battalions of potential soldiers,
Be
you
ashamed for Rag, just have to kill them.
yeah, you chaos
I'm
key
ready to cast
into
it.
Kraw's office.
I would like to go the opposite direction, so outside.
To your outside his office.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that work? Does he just see the door open, we step out, and the door closes behind
No,
us?
as you open the door, you just kind of step through. That's actually interesting. Let's not think about that too
Yeah.
much.
I like
As you
to
step
think
out,
It just becomes a doorway halfway through.
I would like to think that the side that you're not coming into remains the same, but on the outside it looks like it's opening and we're walking out.
yeah, I like that. And as you, hold on, that doesn't matter too much. As you open the door and step out into the hallway, you are immediately met face to face with a familiar, tall, blonde elven woman. Who actually, do you guys remember her name? As she was approaching the door, about to open. You've seen her a couple of times. She appears to be Claw's secretary or assistant or some kind. And this kind of cold librarian vibe to her. As you can see, she is holding a tray with a kettle and 2 cups and the paper thing, a clipboard in the other hand. And you can see that she was like starting to move her items to be able to approach the door. And she's just standing there watching as you come piling out of a library out into this hallway. And as the door closes behind you, and she just,
Let us go first. We're doing something.
Is this chamomile?
it is coffee.
I knock on Claw's door.
Coffee, I love coffee. Give me that.
I hand down the table and just take the first cup.
You see, as you knock on the door, she just like, you take the cups that she had.
Yeah, I hand the other one down to Ava, and I sit there and sip that one.
She has the tray in her hand, and she just takes the clipboard and puts on her arms.
I slide her a gold. I'm so sorry for their. I slide her 5 more gold. I'm so sorry.
She steps forward and kind of like, not aggressively, but kind of gently pushes you out of the way and just gets 2 knocks on the door, even though you just did. And you see she opens it.
She didn't trust my dog.
No. Headmaster Claw, you have company, and they have stolen your coffee.
She snitched!
and she opens the door.
I want my gold back.
No. As she opens the door, you see Claw sitting behind the desk, looking like he's burning the midnight oil. It is early in the morning. You see there's a couple of cups in front of him. And as she just opens the door and walks inside past all of you, and you see he just kind of like looks up. He has dark circles under his eyes. And she just sets the binder or the paper thing in front of him and starts gathering up all the cups that are like scattered around his desk. And he goes,
We have news. Do you want the good news or the good news?
Good news, everyone.
see,
Good news, everybody.
please come in. You should please stay as well. And yes, I'm aware. Take notes.
We shut the door. Everybody comes in.
As you step in, you look around, you see all the members of your party, and then a very nondescript human male that enters with you.
Ah, Aries.
No. Oh, okay. Well, Claw, part 1 of good news. Altor Spy Network has been shut down. Alexel is dead. This is the new ringleader for Altor Spy Network. His name is Ares. Pretty cool dude.
He's with us.
He's with us.
He kind of like sits up.
Not only that, and I pull out the sheet that Ares wrote with all the information on
Yeah.
it. And I just put it on the table and do what you will with this information, I suppose.
He immediately takes the paper, starts looking it over, and
I would
looks,
act quickly.
his eyes are wide, and whatever like tiredness on his face just suddenly evaporates. Well, that is fantastic news. And he kind of looks up at between all of you and Ares. You are willingly giving up all of this information.
There's a caveat.
I want full immunity.
And you see, as Ares kind of like looks, he goes, So how well we trust him.
I trust him.
Yeah. He was under
Question.
control. We freed him. He's fine now.
He's good.
Was that Craw asking
No,
us?
that was Ares asking you guys. Do we trust him?
Oh,
Sorry.
that's what I
Oh,
interpreted
got it.
as.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ares,
Yep.
Ares looks across all of you. So we trust him.
Yes.
We've
Absolutely.
trusted him with everything through and through since the beginning.
Say inside check.
It's a on Croc. Have he turned?
We all roll.
Oh no.
More powerful than any detect good and evil. Inside checks.
Yeah.
27.
27.
She beat me.
Yeah.
You looking at Croc, he looks exhausted and now he doesn't look any different aside from what you would expect from a very stressful time in his career. You don't get the sense that there's anything out of the ordinary from his reaction.
L'Chaim.
Hey, Chrysalis, like,
Yeah, we trust him for now.
And that's true. And you see his Ares looks kind of back. All right. How much? This is still a thing, right? If he gestures to it.
you can. It doesn't matter. He's seen worse.
Well,
He's seen-
around Craw, right?
Right,
Because
around
there's
Craw.
also other Apollo.
Right. There's Clone Apollo. Well, there's Simulacrum Apollo. There's me, and there's Ares.
Clone Apollo.
You say this out loud?
Clone Apollo.
What?
You guys say this out loud or through the?
No, I said it out loud.
Okay.
I said it out loud.
Yeah, and you see his Craw kind of looks over to his assistant and
Well, I intended to use the Simulacrum in order to help me, but then my Simulacrum wanted something different than what I wanted. And what good am I? How am I better than Craw or
That-
Alexel if I make him do something he doesn't want to do after I created him? So I gave him free will to go do what he wants to do, and now he's sitting with my family.
so the you that's at your estate is.
It's not me.
Are you okay?
No.
He kind of looks over to Ares, sees Ares kind of shrugs and drops the disguise, and now there's 2 Apollos in his office.
There's 3 in Dendar.
There's 3 in Dendar, and he's just cause.
They say if you see 3 of them at the same time in the same room, you'll die soon. 5 hours.
Beelzebub. Apollo, Apollo.
Is sees
Let
the
me married.
as Craw kind of looks.
We have a fucked up family, okay?
I am not one to judge. Well, the last. It kind of looks. And he kind of like stops himself and looks across all of you. Your information has always been good. And if you are genuine in seeking asylum, Dendar keeps its doors open for all refugees, but please understand he kind of looks at the list. Potential mistrust in this situation. You see it as Ares kind of folds his arms and smiles. Well, you will be right dumb to trust everything at face value.
I knew they'd get along.
The list that he wrote, do we recognize any of the names on it?
I would say you guys don't.
For Apollo?
Oh.
Maybe, yeah, not. I would say not in a way that's relevant to the plot. You would probably recognize just some of the names from just growing up in the city,
Okay.
that kind of thing. And you see his Ares kind of looks. Well, this was far less awkward than I thought it was going to be. So, what happens now? Am I thrown in cuffs into a cell? Is that how this happens? You see his Krogs. Not unless you give me a reason to.
You'll be under watch for a little bit, but I think that's, again.
I ask that you stay here. We have residential quarters here in the Adventurers Guild, just until we can debrief you and figure out what our next steps are. But we can provide housing accommodations if you so choose, provided that we're both on the same page. All right.
I think that's all we had to accomplish. We'll be taking off again. We don't have much time to sit around and...
Right. So you have, as he has Cross, like. Right, and you see that the assistant has arrived, steps up with a new cup, and just, does someone take her teapot?
No.
Okay,
I don't
the teapot of coffee.
You take.
You should take the cup.
Yeah.
Croc just
As you
smacks
take, the cup, she, like, fills it, give you this icy cold look,
Thank you.
and you see she,
Oh,
just,
it's black. I hate that. I put it back.
Same.
And you see she like reaches behind her back, and when hurricane comes back, she has a new cup, and without breaking eye contact with you, fills it up again and sets it in front of Craw.
He's this many.
I just wanted to look cool.
She sets the pod down. You see his cross. Well, I'm not going to keep you from.
Saving Dendar.
You have put quite a number of resources at my disposal. This will be instrumental in our war efforts.
In that information, does it have because we got where their next attack was going to be? Is it in that information?
I don't think we got that.
It was,
Did
yeah,
we?
they were talking about
We did.
when we did with Speak with Dead, he was
Yeah.
going to hit.
Oh, okay.
That they're-
Secret Dead.
that
Not
information is written down in there too, right?
Yeah, and you can see Carl's trying to like look through all the pages, and you see he's kind of nodding. I suspect an attack on Meridian would make the most sense.
I was like,
So to know that we also have the right counterattack. This will save many lives.
We also found out that they're struggling on resources, right? That's
Well, they've always been. That's
Yeah.
kind of like the reason why Altor is. They don't
big.
have. Basically, to summarize, they don't have the resources for a prolonged engagement. They're looking for a quick and decisive, like, victory to end everything.
probably gonna throw everything at us at once.
I feel like we should probably warn you. My intentions are to stop Altor and Aldir from coming to pull out blows. I think we've told him about Romania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Qua,
He
at
knows,
this
like,
time,
everything.
Qua knows everything.
Everything,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think there's anything you guys have kept from him.
No.
So
I think except your as his godhood. Have you guys
I
told him
just
this?
don't think we've told him about it.
Yeah.
But we've been working with now Katie, and she is under the idea that uniting Centrum and Hades, well, Centrum and Balthazar, just uniting Centrum, I guess, under her kind of banner is the best way to prepare for the Great Rift, and she's very much left out Aldir and Theseus and Altor, claiming that we would have very little use, or less use than Centrum. I think
Katie is this Ravanya individual. So she is
Yes.
now waging war with Meltazar.
I wouldn't say raging
Raging war.
waging war. Jesus.
Waging war.
I think unifying. They're fighting a civil war internally. Whoever comes out on top will decide who goes Centrum and Meltazar. However, I think a lot of us are under the impression that if Aldir and Altor were to be united, or at the very least cease hostilities and fight together,
Oh, as we just left like a figurehead dead hanging on the spire.
if the Emperor dies, they all die. Or, we could implant someone that would rule in our stead.
Yeah, it's always worked out well.
Yep. The United States has been.
It's very Cold War.
I think we understand the value of all of our lives and the lives of those here, also in Altor and in Theseus. So, our next move is to reach out to one of the Emperor of Altor's consorts, if you will, to gain information on where he will be next and how to reach him.
Bless you.
I don't know if we have a plan of what happens once we reach him yet. We'll probably talk about that, but that is our
Yeah.
next step.
Emperor. Pleasure cruise. Pleasure cruise. Pleasure cruise. Pleasure cruise. I'm gonna learn so much.
Fan service.
Oh my God.
Fan service.
Is this where we're gonna get our
Have
beach
the
episode
guild
again?
navigators figured out where the Great Rift might be opening potentially? if there's like a certain part of the map that has more of a disturbance than others?
Yes. Actually, more so in the past couple of days. It is believed that it shall be opening, well, not quite within our borders, but not far into Theseus territory, a little closer to Meltazar.
Oh shit.
Which had a recent suspicion of why the Altorians were raging such a aggressive attack as we stand in between them and access to potentially this rift. But if it is indeed a resource issue, perhaps that is not the case. But we do expect, well, Navigators Guild suspects that this rift will be opening somewhere in the, let's see, area between Theseus and Meltazar, closer to our side of the border. Exactly, no, not quite, but they're getting close. But already many adventurers that did not join the war effort or not part of our collective are starting to make their way out there, so they might have more information.
Theseus doesn't have like a central government. It's just kind of
No,
everybody for
absolutely
Kind
themselves.
of like a
They are a collection of, well, I
But
won't say
Hildina operates in Theseus,
something that would, yeah, it exists basically outside of like government. No
It is-
government
right?
rule. I would
Just
say.
like, yeah, what I'm saying is
Factions, organizations.
they don't have a
tribes.
government
Is that-
lead. But
No. Is that the Freeler Collective, right?
yeah.
Yep.
It's just a collective of individual cities.
correct. It is
But I think
unclaimed territory from any faction. The people there don't like any sense of law and order and prefer to keep their independence. There's not so much a.
libertarians, I see.
my kind of people.
Mac.
It is not. They prefer to do whatever it is they please, and whoever's in charge depends on where you are and what time of day it is.
I mean, we do have sway with Hildina and your family. We might be able to.
Oh, thank you.
Is the area the Great Rift might be opening along the belt?
No, not that close to our city,
Okay.
but a few days. A few days from our borders. It is close enough that we feel comfortable sending able-bodied people there if they wish, considering our split resources at the moment. But we've already allowed some of the Navigators Guild start making their way out there, including the headmaster.
We should probably talk to Hildina and see what she can let her know. Very well. Well, is there anything else we need to do here?
I don't think so.
Is there any maybe navigation like radar? Has there been any signal of a ship that it would be the pleasure cruise? 'Cause I know there's like patrols and we have radar and I'm
I
just
guess
wondering
Ares might know.
Which is
where
Ares.
the route is.
The Ares. I can see what I can find, but
Okay.
they would not be this close to Aldir, with all things considered, and it'd be quite a journey at this point. But
I'm pretty sure Delphi was invited for this pleasure
I can
cruise.
see what I can find, and see what information I can bring back to our lovely headmaster. You see Claw's eyes just narrow slightly.
Right, Ares, behave.
As much as you can.
We're vouching for you.
That's,
Oh, should we show them? We're to the estate.
Alright, now you have to not look like us.
He makes himself look like the same kind of nondescript human.
I look like that nondescript human's twin
Slightly more nondescript brother.
Yep.
Plainer.
Alright, lead the way.
You're Jonathan Descript.
And he's Jonathan Descript.
Yep.
That's good.
Alright.
I-
We'll take him to the estate. I don't know if he's gonna stay there, but at least show him where this is where we're at. Let him go from there.
Very well.
Okay. Enjoy your coffee. Get some rest. You look terrible.
Just kind of, well, I'll rest when, well, as he kind of picks up the papers. Perhaps I may just do that.
All right.
Is Minnie at the estate?
No, yeah, I don't know. No, Minnie.
As far as you know, Minnie has not been living at the estate.
But
She was in Dendar. She was provided housing by Cross somewhere in the city. You're not quite sure where.
Send her a message real quick to meet us at the estate.
Is that a good idea considering?
There's like 3 Apollos meeting there. Should
Well-
we meet her somewhere else?
Should we have her meet?
We can meet her at Yuki's bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's show Aries where the estate is, and then we'll go to Yuki's bar.
Okay. Do you guys want anything to happen while you're at the estate, or are you just
I just
basically
want
going
to
to
see my
the estate?
family.
Do you want to check in with Apollo too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So,
just like a quick, like, hey, how's it going?
okay. So as you guys go
You
to the
and
estate
Apollo switch
first.
places.
Just have a quick sub out. As you
That
make your
being
way back to your guys' estate, you can see that there is still guard outside. Cross definitely still keeping an eye on the place. And as you approach, you just walk in the front door.
I'm in the back with Aries.
So who's leading?
To the
Who's in front?
estate?
Yeah. Are you guys right? You're
I'll
at the
lead,
estate.
yeah.
Okay. So you arrive at your front door. You see there's still guards posted up outside, not aggressively, but
Yep.
you guys are under guard right now.
Hello.
You say
Show
they'll
the
give you a
pass.
nod.
Pass.
Okay. And you would know, and that's just a refresher, they are here to protect your estate / keep an eye on the family of Altorians that are currently
Yep.
living here. It is not like a house arrest guard situation. It's just they're kind of a reminder for everyone on both sides of the fence that there will be peace that
Yep.
will stay in this area. They just give you a nod, and as you approach, they recognize you. And say, no disturbance, all is quiet. Welcome home, sir.
Thank you. Keep up the good work.
Just gives you a nod.
Pull out 2 old meat sticks. Hand it to him.
These are rotten.
How
Yep.
old are they?
Oh.
They're
I don't know.
They're horrible. And you can see like they. It is like the class division of politeness, where they just kind of take it, confused, and as you start to pass, you hear one, and then
that?
one of them just disappears.
Looks at the 2 weeks notice paper that they're about to put in.
Soon.
Soon. Very
Um,
soon.
And as you step inside, you are greeted immediately with a very familiar smell for you, Apollo. It is a more, I would say, spiced up version, like a fancier version of a breakfast that your mom used to make growing up. But with a little bit more flair due to the available resources that she now has to her. And you can hear, hey, that...
Oh boy.
And jokes aside, that was a valuable resource back then.
Handful of paprika.
Um,
And by
Garlic
itself.
and onion.
Oh boy.
and onion, oh boy.
Someone in the next room thinking about a pepper.
We're white here.
Looking at a printout picture of a jalapeno.
It's a picture of jalapeno. They're like, ooh,
I can taste the heat.
got some kick to it.
Okay, little mister, I ate half of a jalapeno and ran next door looking for milk.
Oh, not just him. Me as well.
too.
Me too. Hot damn. He saved us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying right
And hey,
now.
that makes me not feel bad about it. He's brown.
That's very true. It was bad for me as well. And I grew up with spice. So that's fucked.
Okay, continue, please.
And as you open the door and you can smell this, you immediately hear your mom shouting from the kitchen, Stop horsing around before you break something! And you immediately hear like the sound of furniture toppling as you see Eliza and Manus. It appears as you can see Manus is like currently on the ground with like Eliza on top of him and has something in his hand, like extended up, like trying to keep it away from her. And every time she's like trying to hold on the arm and snatch it from him, and he is just like moving it out of his way. You're blushing. You're blushing. And she goes, shut the fuck up. And she's like trying to grab this thing, and you can see Apollo step in, holding a set of plates. He just sets down at the table and just looks up at all of you. Oh,
If you broke the good china, I do have to kill one of you. I'm sorry.
You choose.
see, I mean, nothing broken. Just hey. You see, they stop and Eliza looks up. In that moment where Manus kind of does like the kind of the upside down look at all of you, she immediately like grabs whatever it was that he has. Didn't quite get a good look at it, and she tucks it in her waistband. She stands up. Just, oh,
Can I
go back.
pretend to walk by and try and take it?
Sure. Do you want to try to see what would you want to try to see what it was before you do this, or like as you were like
yeah,
what's
sure.
the point?
Try and see what it was.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Hi guys, this is John and Non.
7.
7. Yeah, you can see it looked like it was cloth. It had movement to it.
No, can I try and steal it?
Sure, make a sleight of hand check.
Alright, stranger.
27.
27. Yeah. So as you all walk in, you introduce these two. The attention turns to the two of you, and you see Eliza's. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. So they. You know what? Yeah. Sure. More food. Breakfast is being made. Welcome back home.
Yeah.
Looks so strange.
The urge to respond like Apollo is unreal.
And
Pipe down, Non.
Just sweating in the corner.
Get back in your K-hole.
And as she starts to walk by, you see stepping towards the kitchen, you take opportunity to and grab whatever it was that she had like hastily tucked into her waistband. And you can see it looks to be a handkerchief.
There's nothing like written on it or anything though?
There is a set of initials.
Oh, what are the initials?
NC.
Do we know an NC?
Hold on.
Wait, what's the note say?
It just says NC. Those are
It's
the
like
initials.
it's an embroidered. I would say probably not.
It's great.
Is it me?
I swear to God, I will.
Fucking missed opportunity.
I will murder him before he dates my sister.
I love that.
I try
Chris,
to.
his middle name is
Nathan.
actually Nathan Castle.
I was just about to add. Oh, yeah.
She dating
I,
someone?
I walk by Manus and I'll just kind of like slyly stick it out as I walk by, and I'll hand it to him.
But he's still on the ground. Just,
And,
you're cool.
Thank you.
He's alright.
He like tucks it deep
Not
stuff
what
in
I
his
tell you about
pocket.
talking.
I'm sorry. Please don't send me to the K-hole again.
You just hear a pill bottle rattle.
I don't like it.
And you see as Zafon comes out with some cutlery and looks at this whole display. And says, "Man, let's get off the floor. Will you be joining us for breakfast?"
I don't think so. Oh,
Jonathan, I swear to God.
sorry.
No, we're not going to be joining. We're just stopping by to check in on things.
And you see as Beatrice, Paul's mother, you kind of almost run into her. Oh, hello.
I look to you.
She looks, and she looks.
He's deaf and mute.
I forgot to eat.
You can tell she has no idea what you're doing, but you see she's, oh, see? And she looks over to the twin, and goes, oh, new, friends?
Yeah, they're just joining us for a little bit. We're just showing them around the towns, and we want to stop by here.
Well, I can see it would take quite a bit to replace Apollo in your group. I hope they're just as capable of keeping you safe. And she looks over to Apollo,
Yep.
who just like has his back turned to see him stiffen a bit before he just continues setting out the plates. And I am,
God, this is confusing.
I am very, very grateful that you were okay with his leaving your group and staying with us at least for a bit until it is nice catching up with him. a
Absolutely,
bit.
he needs some family time.
It has been nice hearing of all your adventures as well.
There's a lot.
Jonathan is awfully
Which
quiet.
one
Yep.
of your brothers worked at the mines? Stepan?
It was a fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that you guys rescued
Rescued.
from the first laboratory.
Stepan, you didn't have any friends in the mines, did you?
You see as he kind of looks over. I had a few. They weren't all bad. Some of them were rather horrible. Why?
No reason.
Kind of gives you a look. Did
Ava looks extremely nervous and then walks away. Okay. Damn, I thought he didn't like any of them and it was gonna be good news.
Wait, what was the bad news? Oh.
Bro, they hung up their
Yep.
bodies.
Yep. Yep.
They hung up their bodies as a threat.
Yep. I remember that now.
and you can see at this point you're like now fully in the dining room area and kind of get situated. You can see that your father is actually seated at the like at the head of the table. It looks like this has kind of become his permanent location in the house when he's not maybe up in his room. And you can see that he was kind of leaned up against the table, just watching the ruckus happening just a few feet away from him. The other two siblings just kind of wrestling on the floor and just silently watching all of you talk. He kind of he doesn't say anything, but he just watches all of you. And you can see as Beatrice comes in and with she turns to the kitchen, comes back with like a bowl, sets on the table, and starts filling up his plate. And he just reaches out, kind of like takes her arm before she smiles at him and continues around the room.
Have they been taking care of you? I'll look over to him. Just
You say to Dante. You see, he gives you a nod. Yes, they all. And he speak. I'm not doing it now so the mic just can pick it up. But he speaks in almost a whisper, a very soft, kind of weak voice. Yes, they are quite polite. A few priestesses of Lux and Nazara have been stopping by. They speak very highly of you and your group. They tell me that you're the ones to thank for establishing their temples here again.
all part of the process.
There are not many good people in this world. I am glad that my son found you and yours.
Yeah, those onions are really starting to kick in here.
Stop it, you're deaf and mute.
And as you said this, you can see the Apollo simulacrum is kind of walking by with more of the food. And as he finished that sentence, he turns and does the same thing he did with his wife. He turns and just kind of puts a hand on the simulacrum's arm.
God, that's a secret I'm gonna have to take to the grave.
Yep.
Alright.
They're not your family anymore.
Gonna be years later, like, do you remember when we were in the house? You're like, mm-hmm. Stop the memory there.
One day there's gonna be a real hot day. You're just gonna melt around them.
Okay.
Weren't our brother fucking evaporated?
Oh, I can make that happen right now. Dispel magic. No, I'm joking.
Until they
Well, on the bright side, they have 3 sons to pick from. So
That's true.
like,
They got options.
Take your
but-
pick.
whatever you want for the day.
We're gonna melt this one.
This
Flip a
one's
coin.
kind of country. This one's
A dick.
dick.
This one's ice.
It's cool as fuck.
I'll send a message. I'll kind of like turn and start to walk towards the living room.
Yeah.
And I'll send a message to Malacrum Apollo. Everything okay so far?
And you see he kind of straightens as he hears this. And you see he visually gives you he glances over between the two twins, unsure which one you are really, but then just kind of looks back down the table and just gives a nod, and you get a quick response. This is the message cantrip, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get a quick response. Yes, it has been quiet. Minnie's been coming by every few days or so. Looks as if she's been given a little bit more freedom. She likes to come by and spend some time with Eliza. They've been working through, their problems. They're adjusting well here. You sure you don't want to tell them?
Not yet. We have a lot more that needs to be done. And they don't need to be a part of it. Their lives have already been hard enough. I won't be the one to add to it.
And if you die?
You'll remain. So they'll always have the sun.
Okay.
I'm eternally grateful. I hope you know that.
Me too. You gave me this chance. Listen.
Just doing better than was done by me.
Yeah. And and at this point you realize that he is also sending a message back to you, as it is his capability to do so. If something happens, there's, in our room, there's a journal in the bedside table. If something happens to me, or you can read through it. You're writing down everything that's happened. If you ever need to come back.
Thank you. I'll telepathic bond. I think it's time to go.
Got it. Hi everyone, glad to see everyone doing well. We're gonna get going now according to plans, and I think Jonathan has to go pee,
Yeah.
so we have to go take care of that. So we're gonna go out this way. Have a good day.
You can see Beatrice. Oh, of course. Your rooms are always still made for if you guys want to stay here.
Much too busy. Much too busy. Too many things to do. Not enough time.
Apocalypse, world-ending stuff happening. No, just
It feels like that
something,
sometimes.
it feels like
right?
that, the pressure
We get the fuck out
of
of here.
everything. The pressure of
Time
everything
limit.
is, yeah.
And you see she begins to fuss. You see as you see as Eliza. But actually, you see as Zephan kind of just looks at her. To be fair, Mother, they did save us, or they did pull us out of. Well, Just, right, of course. And she turns to the simulacrum. I'm just, especially you, Ava, with your hella high passive perception. You hear, I'm really glad that you decided to stay here, and I understand the sacrifices that your friends must make, but I'm glad that you're safe, with us at least. As you all head out the door, back into your next part of your journey.
Out
Eva
front.
cries
All right, Jonathan, there's a good
quietly.
tree over there. Go take care of business.
Apollo just stays in the form.
I think they're buying it.
Much quieter than before.
So where are you guys going now?
So now, have you already reached out to Minnie?
I'll reach out. I'll send me a message. Hello, we're back in Dendar. Have a surprise for you. Please meet us at. What's the name of the tavern, Ava? this
Caroline
tavern,
has forgotten.
in this
Sorry.
location of the city,
You know Yuki, right?
I forgot the tavern.
Suki.
You say Yuki?
Yuki.
That's so cool.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Yeah, I am too.
Female
I just wanted to meet us at that tavern.
Oakhart Spirits. Yeah.
Oakhart Spirits.
Because we give them the chaos key. It's Yuki.
It's been so long.
No, all good. I got you. And she responds quickly. Just simply, okay. That's it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
what am I there now?
And as you head over, it is not a long walk from you. You guys are in the same area of the city. And as you arrive, you can see that she is already there. And she is having, you see, not a close conversation, but a bit of a conversation with Suki. In a way that a bartender would a familiar patron. You can sense she's probably been a regular here. And you can see that she has a half-eaten breakfast and like a breakfast beer that is already halfway gone. You get the sense that she was already here when you messaged her. And she does not look good. She looks incredibly tired. Her eyes are bloodshot. She has that kind of bagged under the eye effect of someone who has been crying. How do you walk in? Do you still look like...
No, once we get far enough away from my home, I'll transform back into Apollo.
Okay.
Aries, stay looking like Jonathan for dramatic effect.
He looks petrified.
It's gonna be a big reveal. It's gonna be great. It's gonna go so well.
Don't worry, if she kills you, I'll make sure you have a good walk.
I'll lead the party.
I can
in.
spare the dying. You'll be fine.
Brilliant sister!
I can make you dance.
I can't.
And as you also had this conversation, he has not said anything but is looking at all of you in shock. He just opens up the door and yells, hit it again.
Dragon sister!
And the whole bar goes quiet. The whole, it's kind of breakfast
Music
situation
skips,
here.
everything stops.
And everyone
just
kind of
gotta-
glances over, and you can see everyone looks and just goes, oh, and goes back to what they were doing. And you see as Suki immediately breaks in the conversation, looks over, and you see she turns to Minerva, excuse me, and it makes her way over. Ava, hero of the city. And she taps on the bar in front of her.
Into her arms.
Ava walks like her tail just wagging as she walks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she catches you and kind of stumbles a little bit. She's not a very hefty, hardy woman, but she's definitely strong. And she takes you and then she kind of sets you standing on the bar, so now you're actually standing a little bit taller than she is. And she goes, I have heard of all the things that you have gotten up to since I last saw you, and you look, and you see she looks over your new appearance, and she's, wow, I've known that adventurers can get really powerful, but damn, Ava.
He's swole as
I
fuck.
flex my measly, muscly arms and just go, yeah!
Her back is really what's developed from carrying all of
Cold
us.
lightning.
Yeah, for broad shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, that back is impeccable.
And sees Suki looks over, she goes,
Tiny,
Well,
really
I-
skinny, shoulders out to here.
yeah.
Chris is
I never had a chance to properly thank you, and something has been going on down in the Undercity, which I have a sneaking suspicion you're the one to blame / thank for. Apparently there has been a starscape for the past few days.
That's our kobold!
Ah, that's the new god in town.
It
I was
is,
missing something. It was time to redecorate the city
That's
a
been the
little,
word,
you
right?
know?
You just go around fucking snooching on everybody.
That's not snitching.
We're all acting, you know. We gotta go back to it.
well, just so you know, there has been quite a few interns with the Navigators Guild who were sent to investigate, and quite a few pranks that have been pulled on new ones trying to figure out the different stars of that constellation. Of course, those who arcane means know it's an illusion, but it has not stopped many a teenagers from having their fun with it.
Good job, Ava.
A lot of date nights happen down there all of a sudden.
Say that last part one more time for me.
A lot of date nights happening down there all of a sudden.
Oh yeah,
People
it's
be
romantic.
fucking.
It's a date night spot. Maybe I should take Vandal. I mean,
Maybe I should
thank you
take
so much. Thank you so much, Suki, for telling me. I'm so happy that the city loves it. That's wonderful.
They
Um,
absolutely do. Ava, can you please describe what symbol you have chosen for your god? Godhood? It was
ooh. Go ahead. Sorry, you said something.
no. Did we decide on what your symbol was going to be?
No, but
Okay, then I'll
I
say
feel
yeah.
I feel like it's not too complicated because it's the guiding light. So I really do imagine it just being sort of like, you know what? Just give me during break to draw it real quick.
Absolutely.
And then we'll...
But I'll say that as she as she pulls back and she looks, I feel like I never got the chance to properly thank you, and after everything, at the very least, I can get you and your companions, of course, the Starlight Battalion, at the very least, a warm breakfast. So please have a seat. The meal's on me. There's a table over there.
Sorry.
Nice.
I've already got
Please
started.
have a seat. Well, I only have one thing to serve, so I'm trying to get. And she goes back over to the kitchen.
Thank you.
We'll do a round of breakfast beers for
Thank
everyone
you.
too. I'll give her a gold.
Yep, she goes. It completely ignores your goals.
I will leave the gold on the counter.
Okay.
Minnie, do you want to join us?
And she looks up and. Well, I should not be surprised that you also know her as well. And she stands up, and she just kind of picks up her beer and leaves the food, and goes and just.
I'll carry the food over with us.
She'll sit down at the table.
I'll telepathic bond. I don't think we should make a spectacle of this. And
Should we?
But fun.
I'll
Okay.
I'll
Sorry,
grab
go
Minnie's
ahead.
hand on her way over to the table, and I'll kind of like.
And you see she looks at you, and you can see the face change as she goes from the hand to your face.
I'll
And she
leave
kind
her
of
outside real quick.
okay, and she'll go with you. Is anyone else going outside with him, or
You want solo?
I think that's like a little bit more
Okay.
private.
so as you leave her outside? So just real quick, is everyone else? You guys take a seat at the table.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything you guys do while Apollo is outside?
Well,
Just real quick.
be walking through areas. Okay, so now the big reveal. I'm just gonna go through like.
His
Wait,
is
doesn't
just
Ares go with Apollo or no?
No, not yet.
spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
I'm
got
working
it,
out a
got it, got
scheme
it.
with areas about the reveal, like how to do it.
Sure.
As Apollo was saying, no spectacle, no spectacle. He was like,
Absolutely.
yeah, no. So
Spectacle.
Spectacle.
And so food is brought out for all of you, and she waves away any sort of funds you try to give her. And as you guys are eating, Suki will sit down in an empty chair next to Ava and just want all the stories, all the tales.
Ava's
tales and
very
adventures.
happy to give the stories to Suki, and she will make sure she talks a lot about her friends too. I think Ava has changed a bit. She used to talk a lot about herself, and she still does.
Yeah.
But she will really go into like, oh my god, Wade did the coolest thing. This amazing wizard tried to do this, and then he did this, and then it's
He
like
held the
about
door
you
shut.
and
I do.
Apollo,
I do.
and just she's like really like embellishing her friends a lot.
Yeah, and you can see that Suki has always like humored you with your stories. Sometimes she like genuinely would listen, you know. And then there were times where whether Ava knew it or not, it was more of just like she's being the supportive friend, listening to the person that's rambling again and again. She is enveloped the entire time you were speaking, as she probably should be, with all these fantastic tales, depending on how much you embellish them, that you have been on. You guys have accomplished incredible feats. And meanwhile, as Apollo, you lead Minerva outside, and she just kind of leans up against the wall. What is it?
I know. I connected you in Azurix again. I can tell that hasn't been easy on you.
Don't apologize. Alright, it's. I appreciate it. I do. It was unexpected, and to suddenly hear him really hear him, just for him to leave again. I'm fine. I will be fine. Damien will be fine.
Well,
Is Alexo dead?
as much as I believe you, I can see that will take some time. I do have a surprise, though. I hope that it might ease what you're going through.
Is it Alexo's severed head?
No, that's currently hanging from Altor's castle. I made sure of it, don't worry. No, I think you'll
Good.
appreciate this surprise a lot more. And I'll telepathic bond for Ares to come out as Ares. As
You?
Azarix, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we all hear it or just him?
You'll all hear it.
Okay.
You'll get up and.
I dash a moment. That's the chance. Ready? Ready? Big.
Just Ares, no one else.
I'm not falling out. I'm just hyping him up. Big moment. Big moment.
This is he stands up.
You get the reveal one time. One time.
Ares, you're me and I'm not a bitch, so get out here.
If there was a bitch walk, this is the bitch walk. He every time you have seen him, he has pretty much walked with confidence and gusto
Swagger.
and a little bit of that kind of borderline toxic masculinity. This is absolute whipped dog. As he is in this human form walking up, and as he starts to pass the table, he looks to you, Wade. Spare the dying.
Spare the dying.
We're verified too, if needed.
Yep. Let us know if you're gonna die in a minute.
And he steps out.
I have Minnie
Guidance.
positioned to where her back is facing
Where?
I was asked.
Yeah. Okay.
facing me, and her back is facing the door.
Yeah.
So that way she can't see him walk out.
And as you do this, she's just. You just positioned yourself to her back, so she just like naturally turns to face you. She doesn't really think much of it. And you see as this human version of Ares kind of steps out and just. And he drops the disguise and reveals himself.
Well, I mean, if you're done looking at me, you can turn around now.
She kind of like tilts her head and looks over. And you can just see as he, as Ares kind of looks at her and goes, well, hey, darling. Slight change of plans.
You're such a bitch.
Turns out I wasn't going to die after all. She is just still for a moment.
It's not his fault before you get upset. We thought it was the only way, but we found a way to balance what was left in Alexo's lab between the two of us, albeit very uncomfortable to be around him. But
One thing that wait a minute, voice her. One thing that I was trying to figure out, and her back is towards you, and you can see kind of the stiffness in her shoulders. Before you came to speak to me, pretending to be him, but it was you, not one of Alexo's puppets, not like what he did to me, but it was you. And you pretended to be him. Well, I didn't really know how to approach that, and she just fucking slaps him. And you see he goes, yeah, that,
you deserve that one.
I do deserve that. And she immediately grabs his face and kisses him.
I've got a third wheel. I kind of
Well, right now you'd be more like the fourth wheel.
You're the third wheel to your own thruple.
Yeah.
God, the
God
God,
You guys
damn.
can be a car.
You seen an SUV? There's 5 of us now. I just sidestep and go back inside.
That's a bad boy's all terrain, you know what I'm saying?
That means you got fucking some Hyundai Ioniq. It's a full
Man.
EV.
That boy's got a heavy.
Oh, what's
Just
going
put a
on?
gallon
Oh,
of
they're just
Sprint-
talking in tongues.
Tongues are involved. There's not much talking though.
Can't fit it on the SUV. SOS.
Yeah, I maybe give them.
As soon as
An
Apollo
hour.
comes back in, yeah, as soon as Apollo comes back in, Ava is gonna stop her storytelling and be like, yell, "Come back! You need to tell your part of the story!" You know, and I just like lots of love radiated out of Apollo.
So yeah, I walked into this, center platform. It was me and Alexa one-on-one. Nobody else helped. Slayed them all by myself. It wasn't until he banished me away to some prison realm that my friends came in and actually slayed him. Yeah, I took one for the team on that one.
Am I a joke to you?
I pressed so many buttons.
I killed him.
And as you can see the rest of everyone else at the table as Apollo is telling his grand story, Suki has spent quite a bit of time with Ava and her storytelling method before you all met. You remember Ava's type of energy, and you can see immediately she drops this, "Oh, really?"
She's patronizing me, and Apollo's all here for it.
Oh yeah. And as you
Taking this
continue to
food from
tell your guys' story so far to Suki as much or as little as you want to tell her, but she sits and listens, and for as long as you guys want, it is probably not the best food that you have had before, but it is hearty, and it's just that kind of, I don't say greasy bar food, but that greasy, like, small breakfast diner kind of food. And it is like ham steak and like mashed potatoes.
Good old country food.
It's got salt in it, Apollo. You like that?
Ava's gonna take a what is it called? Oh my god, what is it called? The beer pitcher, not the pitcher, not the whole pitcher.
The taker.
The beer
The mug?
mug. Yeah, the beer mug. And just sort of like in this excitement, like now that we're kind of safe for a second, she's gonna pour it out, like not pour it out, but thrust her arm out with the beer mug and just kind of like, we're the most powerful legends ever because we love each other and we're family. And just gonna gulp down the whole mug and just have this moment of like extreme happiness that everyone's alive, Apollo's alive and here, and that's just like all she was hoping for.
You would also join the cheers, but also just eat the mug. Take the whole thing down.
Is at some point,
There's not a lot of those.
see Suki just kind of looks. What?
But we're not taking it all down? Sorry. It's empty, but
Slightly dissolved.
She takes her mug and
The
like
tanker
pushes
is
it
just,
towards
like,
you.
melting.
Do it again.
Watch him spit something out.
wait. Ooh. Okay. I already spit out Alexa.
Let's not do the dead bodies.
I think there's still one in reserve.
Just saying, if you ever need any work, in the evenings, my Friday bar just quit. A magic act would be fantastic.
I would love to. That'd be so
Oh
fun.
dear God.
What?
Suki, no.
We need. We need to keep every Friday night clear for the foreseeable future. We cannot
after we
adventure on
save
Friday
everybody,
nights.
yes, you can have him. Until then, he's ours.
But the
okay?
Great Rift happens on a Friday.
Fuck! I need to take a karma shift.
Well, if it comes down to it, we can just send
We're at the end game, and you's like, I gotta work, guys.
Hey guys,
I gotta go make my 5 copper for the night.
he's gonna have me message Suki. Hey, I'm gonna be late. My car broke down.
Stuck in traffic. Find her.
My chaos key's on the fritz. I don't know if they'll be able to come in.
Oh, usually wars take days to happen, anyways. You can join us.
I can make one day
I can do
happen.
one. Yeah, I can do one.
What day of the week is it right now?
It's a Sunday.
Fuck. Alright. Next Friday I'll be here.
I hate him.
Is there any other conversations that happened either between you guys as Starlight Battalions or Suki before she finally excuses herself and returns to work?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I'll just lets the 2/3 of the throttle be.
Okay. And as after a few minutes, or really, how long do you guys stay here for?
I don't think we say. I don't want to stay here long, but I let Ava.
That long.
Yeah, I feel like.
Ava thinks for a second. How many days has it been since I did the Mirage Arcane down there?
The what? Just a few days. You guys have done, because I think as soon as you guys did that, you guys went to go find Alexel.
Yeah.
So that was maybe a day or two ago.
Oh, okay. So
No, that was
okay.
very. It's only been a few days.
I think, yeah. Never mind. Ava will have
Oh,
a
okay, no, I
little
won't do
hand
that.
carving of her
Yeah.
symbol that she's been working on.
Let me go next.
And I think she'll just hand it to Suki before she leaves.
Okay. And you actually, and as you do, you see she looks at this, and you see this kind of strange look pass over her face as she looks at it. Just, and she kind of like blinks. You see the look like clarifies. Just, oh, the guiding light. Yeah, I've heard about her. But you follow her.
I am her.
Ava is like mentally debating. Yeah. Follow her.
Just,
Yeah. I think we all need a bit of guiding during these times, so I just wanted to hand this to you, Suki, and know that I'll always be with you, and the guiding light will always be with you, too.
so it's nice to think there's a guardian angel out there full of us, isn't there? And you see she takes a little cord around her neck that she's always worn. You see she threads the amulet through it and hangs it around her neck. Oh, you know the funny thing. I don't know where her voice came from. You know, it's kind of strange. I feel like I've had one of these before, and I can't find it. I can't remember where I put it. Thank you, Ava.
One of what? One of what?
Well, one of the guiding light symbols. And it feels right to have it back.
How long do you remember the guiding light being around, Suki?
Oh man. I remember my father gave me the amulet, so it must be around here somewhere.
Oh.
But it means a lot to have this back. Thank you, Ava. Hold on, don't leave yet. And she goes back into her room, or back into the
Ava
kitchen.
turns around and just mouths, "What the fuck?"
Did you rewrite history? What the fuck happened?
You rewrote timelines.
What is the relationship between gods and followers? The gods are not meant. Oh my god, I have a lot of thoughts going on right now.
Yeah,
I'm also
Waiting
just
for Suki
picturing.
to come back.
I'm also just picturing. She said it's always gonna have a guardian angel. I'm just picturing a hard cut to Ava just screaming, just.
Yeah. Ava is screaming internally inside.
Yeah, and I'll say, Ava, as you look back, Suki has never worn an amulet, never had any sort of religious iconography as far as as long as you've known her.
What the fuck? Okay.
But as she wears it now, she wears it as someone that has always had it. It seems to even like have an indent in her clothes where it should naturally sit. And as you all, damn, we shouldn't leave right now. As you return back to the table after a few minutes, Suki returns back to your table with a very familiar to you, Ava, piece of blue cloth that is tied around a box. You recognize this as the lunch cloth that she had given you a meal in months and months ago now. Before you started your first adventure with the Starlight Battalion. You see it's that same fabric that you had returned to her. And you see she sets the box down on the table. I consider this a stay safe kind of gift, and of course come back. As far as I'm concerned, your meals are always free here. You saved the city after all, so.
It's very kind of you.
Thank you, Suki.
Of course, please, it's not kindness. If it wasn't for you, my place wouldn't be here. And then no one here would be here. A lot of the people, she kind of gestures towards the workers, these are all dog workers. They all live in the Undercity. They were all down there. So my place definitely wouldn't be here if you hadn't gone and saved their asses. And you see she says that last part loud. One of the customers looks over and just flips her off, and she's, "Fuck you! Pay your tab this time."
When I go to hug her goodbye, Ava wants to slip 20 gold into her pocket.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Yeah. Sleight of hand, you say? Alright, it's +2. It's +2. It's a 13. 13 total.
Yeah, I'll say easily. You slip the coin. You're not sure if she notices or not, but you feel very sneaky. But 20 coin is a lot of coin. But you just slip that in. And she doesn't make any motion of noticing. But you feel really confident in your stealthy, sneaky skills. And I'll say as you gather up and figure out what you're going to do next, and you start to head outside of the tavern, we're going to take a quick break as of some bio breaks that are needed at the table. So we'll be right back. We're going to take a short break, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, friends.
BRB?
can't read.
Welcome back. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
What?
We're having an in-depth discussion with
Hello.
our barbarian and our warlock.
They're gonna be shit
paladin,
again. Hi, everyone.
Warlock
Nice.
Paladin.
Warden.
Cow Warsaw.
Power
What
sword.
you just called me?
Power sword.
That's it.
What'd
So-
you call my son?
As you all are currently inside of Suki's tavern, your meal has been comped as far as she knows, aside from Ava slipping in some gold into her pocket, apparently got her notice. Is there anything you guys wish to do before you leave the tavern?
I think we're good. We
Okay.
give 2/3 of the couple their privacy and
Yeah.
skedaddle.
I'd say at this point you're starting at the 20.
Is Ares coming with us? What is
No.
he doing?
Well,
Ares is-
I'll say over the course of the 20 or 30 minutes, he has not returned, and neither has Minnie.
He's either dead or they're fucking. There isn't with me.
And I'll say at this point, you guys
Are they
have.
mating?
At this point, as you guys step outside,
They're not there.
you actually, as you look over, they are not where you left them. However, as you go to a little bit down the street, there's a slight alley that's like right next to the tavern, like a small gap. It doesn't go all the way towards the back, but it's almost like a little alcove.
After we failed it, yeah.
Hey,
Oh my god, in public?
Just go.
Oh no!
Eden!
and you,
Heresy.
as you kind of step by and look,
Heresy.
you find them both sitting on the ground with their backs up against the walls and their knees drawn up, and they are currently sitting side by side in this alley, and you can hear them just talking to each other.
I heard that Lower Ring is a great date night spot if y'all are interested.
And you see as Ares, still looking, well, like his natural self, it's the one that's currently sitting closest to you. And he kind of looks up at you and looks down at her, and you can see that she's not crying currently, but there had been some tears before. And she kind of looks at him and just narrows her eyes. And just, I did hear it was beautiful.
I see skies of blue, red roses too.
Husband, stop.
Okay.
Husband, stop.
Okay.
Just the three of us.
By the way, where is Damien?
He's in Melpazar being someone's bitch.
He's
Where?
in war.
I
What?
say be a mental bond.
We should probably let him know that Ares. Well, I mean, Ares can reach out to him, right?
Yeah, they'll talk.
Is
They'll talk.
Can Ares
Is
cast
Damien
sending?
one of the Dais, like, mentally, I say this mentally, is he one of the Dais, like, is he in Centrum doing shit?
Yep.
Yep, he's fighting.
Right now.
Yeah.
That's definitely not going to have a repercussion.
We'll be
No,
alright.
no repercussions at all.
We can go check on him.
Nah, we'll be alright.
Alright. Moving forward then.
This is the most powerful thruple in all the kingdom.
Does Ares have sending?
He. Hold on.
He did.
I don't think he
I
does
have
because.
No, we've already
We
mentioned.
should
question
probably
for
let Damien
Ares.
know that it has happened then.
Yeah, I'll say as of now, I don't think Ares has
Does
it.
Minnie have send?
As you say, if he has a conversation, I don't think either one of them have it currently. But you see, I can find a way to get in contact with Damien. I think he should know about
Hey, Damien.
what has happened. Or you just do it. It's fine.
There is a surprise waiting for you in Dendar the next time you are able
You should tell him what's.
to break free. You're getting the band back together. I think I've definitely gone over my 20.
You are the worst at this.
Just tell Ares is here.
Just tell him that Ares is here.
Because what if he's like dying?
Now I feel bad. Hey,
Yeah, I feel bad.
Ares is in.
Or
Is
Alexa?
Azurix
Azrix.
is in
Azrael.
currently in Dendar with Minnie. He didn't die. We worked something out that kept him alive. So it's not you should know. Neither of them have a way to contact you.
Lol.
He's on his deathbed.
Neither of them have a way to contact you.
He's their minutes.
I have a question for. Did we ever talk about what Ares wants to do with the boon of Horizona?
Not yet, no.
No.
Not yet.
We'll let him enjoy the.
We should really wait for this response, guys.
Yeah. He's definitely responded to your message, right?
Oh, sorry. Responding, waiting.
Is he dead?
There is no response.
I know the message was
Motherfucker.
sent.
Is it received?
Yes, you know the message was sent.
Was it received?
That you cannot tell.
It doesn't say
I'm
delivered or
trying.
anything?
You don't get a reader seat.
Ooh, it might be a good idea to scry them.
That's
Also,
right. I stocked it today.
we should definitely do that. Also, while we're here before we leave, don't we have that spell book with that soul cage thing?
Yes.
Is that something we should do while we're all here? Try and mitigate this weirdness thing?
Yeah, but it's not
If-
like causing any negative repercussions.
But while we have the time right now, we should probably try and take care of that.
We don't
What
know.
is
We
it
have a-
exactly that you're
it'll-
suggesting? Taking the third piece that is in Ares and,
And
putting it in
separating
the
it.
soul cage so that
Yep.
they're equal?
Yep. That way it would balance it out. And we could either keep that separate, or we could try and have Vagus walk that one piece.
Was anybody able to cast Soul Cage?
Wade would be able to. He would have
Yeah.
to learn it first.
Which we did agree on. I just forgot to go through the thing, so I think I have to. Let me double check it. I don't know. I don't.
Seventh one?
It's a you have
It's a
a
six.
you have a scroll. You have the scroll for it.
It's in a spell book.
Spell book, yeah.
Okay,
So we,
got it. Got
we
it.
would basically just need the rest of this day, and he'd be able to learn it. And
Yeah, it's
Can do
gonna
it.
take a bit
That
of money.
might not be a bad idea.
it'll take some funds, but I'm okay adding in for that.
Yeah, let me see. Let me get the price amount.
I think it's 100 or 200 per level.
Oh, that's
50 per
I'm
level.
double checking right now.
Is it that much? Is it 50 per
Uh,
level?
Pretty sure
If it's your
50,
class.
It's 50 per level.
It's 50 if it's your subclass.
It's so it should be 100 per spell level, so it's 800 gold, right?
Which
So
it's not
it's
abjuration.
six
I don't think.
levels, so
Is it
it'd be
abjuration? It's
600,
either.
sorry.
What's?
Sorry, I thought you meant.
Is it
I thought it was
abjuration?
necromancy.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, it's right. Necromancy.
No, it's necromancy, yeah.
Saying,
Yeah, so it'd be
yeah.
100 gold, so it'd be 600.
600. 2 hours. Oh wait, break though. I think the hours stay the same.
Do Blade Singers just get everything at 50 gold?
Yeah, because you technically aren't part of the other subclasses.
Oh. Okay, that's why I'm like, it's all
2
just
hours
50
per
gold, you
level.
guys,
No.
per level.
Yep. So it would take us the rest
12
of
hours.
today. Because it's still the morning.
Oh my god. Yeah, the study for 12 hours.
So I think we should take the day and do it.
Looks like there's no negative repercussions.
I think we should
No.
just do it. Regardless.
We don't know if there's going to be negative repercussions.
Just to avoid it eventually coming back to us in some way, I think we should take care of it while we can. We're in
forgot.
Dendar, we can buy any of the resources we might need for it.
I did forget about that.
Because what could possibly go wrong to a fractured soul in
Yeah.
Balthazar?
Just leave it alone.
Where do you put the thing in? Like the soul, where do you put it in? Into a jar?
A cage.
You come up with
But
a
is it a
vessel.
physical item?
I think so, yeah. I think it's in the spell
I could-
components.
I could.
A tiny
Yeah.
silver cage
Symbol.
worth 100 gold. That's easy.
So I need 700 gold pieces.
Easy. How much do we have in the party fund?
That's what I was thinking.
Keeper of the party fund, how much do we have in the party fund? I can start counting because it is in me.
2,750.
Oh, let's just use 700.
I'll add
Easy.
500 gold pieces to that.
So just get rid of 500 and mark down. That's
Yeah,
so
why
weird.
did I not just mark down 200?
Yeah, just mark down 200.
Let's do that.
All right, Wade. Get to reading.
12 hours straight.
I have a pencil.
And then in the
Then
meantime, I'll go
I-
buy a cage.
Okay.
I
So I'll
would
take
like
100
to
Okay.
just for extra, what you would call it, extra security. There it is. I can cast symbol on the cage, on the inside, so that whoever messes with the cage will get trapped.
I like
or something
that.
like that. You know what I mean? You know
I
what
like
I mean?
that,
Like,
yeah.
we can talk about. I can send you guys a symbol spell to look at what different things it has, but that's just something. I have 1,000 gold. I have 1,000 opal, I believe. I bought it on the last shopping trip.
Well, also, are there parameters to that? Like, is it just if anyone messes to it, or can we set like certain people that
I
can
can
mess with
set
it?
it. I can set certain people that can mess
Okay.
with it.
Cool, because we'll still need to mess
or
with it,
like
obviously.
password, like
Yep.
basically.
It'll be like hold the door
Yeah,
or wait.
sure.
I'll accept.
All right, I'm gonna go buy a cage. Then, anyone else want to come? Anyone need shopping?
I'll tag along.
I
I don't need it.
want to scry on Damien. What the fuck?
Okay.
Scribe Damien. While she's doing that, I'm gonna just go run to the shopping district with Fagus.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do Ava first, as it takes you a little bit to get to that area. Well, let me pull up Damien's.
And I sent over the
profile.
symbol spell so you guys can look at what you would want as a trap.
Okay, so he has to make a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yeah. He doesn't just let it happen. He doesn't just feel me wanting to look at him.
It's got like negative, so got like a -10.
Oh.
Yeah, let me look at the spell real quick. He does have quite a bit of a minus.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know if
familiar. I
you
know
rolled a
him.
12.
-5.
Yeah.
My connection. I don't. Do I have his mask or anything like that? I don't know if I have anything of his.
You have a possession of his. Here's menu.
Oh, I didn't know we were making people possessions.
Well, they're all together.
I don't know if it matters. What's your DC?
They all belong to each other.
My DC is 18, and I think he gets a -7.
Yeah,
total.
he definitely failed. I think he rolled a 12 on the die. So you can feel
Okay.
as you send your scrying spell, there is a bit of a resistance.
Excuse me, sir. We're friends.
You're not necessarily sure if he knows who's scrying on him.
Oh, okay.
But as you cast this scrying spell, there's a little bit of a resistance, but you're easily able to break through. And the first thing that you see as you start to get this vision is Damien sitting down on the ground with his back up against a wall, very similar to the position that you found Ares and Minerva in, well, as they're still sitting in front of you currently, as you cast, before you cast the spell. Except he is crouched underneath a bit of what looks to be a half wall that has been broken and bent and is now slightly at an angle, as he's crouched underneath this rubble. And you see his eyes are currently wide, in shock as tears are starting to pour down the sides of his face. And you can just hear the ground shaking underneath him and these horrible, ungodly shrieks. They don't just sound like a human voice screaming, but something that has been warped and twisted upon itself. As you can see on the edges of your scry spell, this flash of light that almost shoots across the edge of the peripheral like a purple lightning bolt that doesn't just light up the sky, but it almost seems to split the very atoms that form the oxygen in it. And even as he's sitting there stunned just for a moment, he blinks and comes back to his senses as he looks up as there's some sort of sound that alerts him. And as he jumps up off to the side and just begins to run, you see he makes a motion with his hands as he begins to lift up into the air, as he casts some sort of flying spell. As he lifts up into the air, you can see that the rubble that he was crouched underneath was a familiar courtyard that you had seen once before in Centrum that has now been turned into this battleground. You can see bits of the metal circular rings that have been bent and twisted upon themselves. And you can see that the sky, which was once this kind of almost fey, sparkly purple, has been torn asunder as hellfire just burns on the horizon in empty voids in space. As you can see, the forces of the Fae and the Fiends clashing upon one another. And you can see as he is currently flying through this space, dodging open combat that is happening on the streets. He's not so much in a stealth position, but so much just flat out trying to get through this chaos without being struck. And you see as he drops down onto a high tower that has fallen and collapsed onto another one to create this strange land bridge almost. You see he steps inside and kind of like wipes off the tears and the dust off of his face. And you can see he crouches down under some rubble of a collapsed doorway. And immediately is greeted by a very tall, purple-skinned individual with a large, bulbous head, massive black alien eyes, and a series of tentacles that are hanging down past the face. And you see as this figure turns and starts to put a hand up, and Damien just does a similar motion in return. And you see as this Mind Flayer just gives the nod and takes a step back as Damien slips past. And you can see that there is this a series of movement inside. As you see as Damien steps forward you see another Illithid at this table that is looking down at a series of papers written in languages that you don't understand. And they look up and you don't hear anything come from this Illithid. But you see as Damien just nods as if understanding. And then he seems to respond to a question that was unspoken. I will continue bringing back scouting reports, but it's imperative that we are not seen. And he looks around to the other people that you can see are gathered in this room. Stealth and guerrilla tactics are going to be our best advantage. Reach out to any allies that you have and maintain faith. We cannot allow ourselves to get pinned down. This is safe for now, but it will not last. Find your courage. It is not over yet. And you see as there's this explosion that seems to rock the building, and you see the entire structure swayed as everyone kind of glances up, and that's where the scry ends.
That sounds lovely.
Ooh, things are not good. What does Ava know about Mind Flayers, if anything? Like, did we see them at Centrum when we were there? Has the Navigators Guild ever prepared her for, like, interactions with Mind Flayers? Like, what is her knowledge?
You have heard of Mind Flayers. While you were in Centrum, you did see that there were Illithid in the city. You didn't see too many of them, but they were a part of the society, just like any of the other monster races that you saw there. Centrum was a city of fae, demons, and aberrations. Not monsters per se, specifically, but more of these otherworldly beings, including Mind Flayers. What you don't really know much about them, aside from their diet, hence their name. But you know that I won't say outside of Centrum, because technically you wouldn't know that, but if you encounter, like, just out in the endless sky, they are incredibly dangerous and incredibly powerful. And generally those that encounter them are not heard from, as they tend to enslave humanoids that they come across. For what ends, you would assume, it is assumed mostly to feed. Other than that, you don't know too much. They're not that common.
Then can I do an insight check? Did it look like Damien was a respected leader or individual by these Illithids, or was he like a subservient, like,
No, good question.
like scout for them?
Yeah, I'll say no insight needed. And just for clarification, there were more than just illithids inside of that room. Those were just the two that he appeared to address. So the guard at the door and then whoever it was at that table. But you saw other creatures, mixture of fae and fiends, at this table. And you didn't get the sense that he didn't seem to be charmed in any way. You get the sense that people were looking at him more in that respect.
So, I tell everyone the vision, and Ava's trying to figure out, is this Damien against Ravanya, or is this Damien against the Fiend and Fae war?
I would say with that limited knowledge, it'd be too difficult to tell. You just saw that he was talking with someone, but there was a mix of both parties. It was hard to say where he was standing there.
Apollo, you're here, right?
Uh-huh.
And Wade is here, right?
Wade's studying currently.
Apollo, could I talk strategy with you for a second?
It's just circles.
I see you've
Just more
come
and
to the
more
most
circles.
All these squares. make a
well-known
circle.
tactician and diplomat of the Endless Sky. Yes, I may be of assistance.
You do talk really well.
Yes, I try.
You're a mighty fine conversationalist, I will say that.
That mouth works exceptionally well.
We know what that mouth
What that
means.
mouth do? How much do you care about Damien?
Me personally, not. I mean, he's a good guy, but like I have no ties to him. But I know Minnie and Aries like him a lot.
Yeah, I'm
May
wondering.
I ask why?
My intuition,
What'd you see in the
So-
sky?
I tell everything that I saw in the Stride, and I just kind of am like, so I think he's like leading like freedom fighters in Centrum, and what would they be trying to fight? Probably Ravanya, who's trying to bring Centrum under heel.
Well, that would all
And
line
who
up
are we
to our.
working with? Ravanya.
Well, I mean, didn't we tell him we were working with Ravanya? He knows.
Yeah, but he worked
was
for
beholden to somebody else.
he worked for the Dai. He worked for the guy under the Dai.
The
The
warden.
Snake Man. The Warden, thank you. If the Dai have been killed, or at least subdued, then very likely the Warden is also subdued or out of the picture. That leaves kind of Damien as this sort of last person to look up to that was like in the bureaucracy or like in the government of the Dai.
Well, there were what? 7 Dai? Excuse me. How many Dai were there?
There were seven
7.
sisters.
7 sisters.
7 sisters. You don't know how many Dai there were. Also, you got the sense it was more of they were a type of race,
Oh.
but you're not sure. You only ever met one.
They were from another world. I think they were actually from Pixel and Jade's world.
You were told they were created by the 7 sisters.
Oh, okay. So 7 sisters,
Yeah,
then
that was
the
a while
Dai
ago.
and the Wardens.
Right, but we
It's
offered to
complicated.
bring. We offered to bring Damien back, and he said he wouldn't come, or he couldn't come.
I think Damien might be wanting to keep you out of the situation if he knows that it's against Ravanya he's fighting for. Or against, sorry.
Well, why don't we just ask her then?
We're fighting for.
I wonder if there's a possibility. I'm not saying we need to do this. I'm just thinking out loud.
Got it. So you're saying we need to do this?
No. Thinking out loud, please. Apollo, please.
I thought you
She
liked
said
chaos.
during our last meeting that she just wants that bow from Titania. What
Right,
I
but-
saw in my vision was a divination. It hadn't happened yet.
Right. What was the
If we get the
hierarchy?
bow,
What was the hierarchy of Balthazar? One more time. 7 sisters,
At the top.
then the Dai.
Not sort of. It'd be like Dai,
Like
the
parallel?
Princess of Hells, and the Archfey.
So
The Dai were like part of the structure,
the
but
Dai are like servants to the sisters.
it kind of like administrators,
Okay.
the bureaucracy,
So
the task
technically,
keepers.
Titania would be falling under the Archfey. So she would be under the 7 sisters, which means she would directly be going against Ravanya.
but at this point, I think the Dai and have been wiped. I think the 7 sisters have been either kicked out, like we saw. No, we didn't. We know. Because it's been a while. I'm a little bit confusing Ava and Caroline's knowledge,
Yeah.
but I think we know that Umal got like.
Well, we
Kicked
know.
out.
Yeah, Yamal got fucked.
You guys know
Yeah.
that Yamal was attacked. You were told that she was not dead, but that she had been incapacitated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at this point, it's the Archfey and the Princes of Hell fighting each other. Like, that's what I saw happening with Damien. Like, he was running through, and it's the Archfey and the demons fighting.
So we have to know which side Ravanya is backing.
She is going to try to probably let the two that she's probably doing this like she's probably gonna let the two sides fight it out and then kill Titania and take the longbow from Titania.
Well, that doesn't. Because what we know, she would use the longbow to control Titania.
Not to
The
Tanya
longbow
specifically.
controls Aarakocras.
Well, right, but isn't
She wants an army for whatever for the Great Rift is, but I think she knows more about the Great Rift, what she's letting on.
right? But Titania is not in Irzak.
Correct.
We gave Meta. Fort Staltora gave Titania the longbow, or did nothing about it, so she got the longbow in the first campaign. So she has an Irzat on her side.
Correct.
Ravanya probably wants to take said Irzat to her side because she no longer has Guardian. She no longer has her own personal Irzat.
That's true.
So Ravanya's not backing either side.
She's in it. That's correct.
I
yeah.
think now so I'm agreeing with Ava now that she's kind of just playing the fence and waiting for one side to gain the upper hand, and then we'll come in and
Yeah.
kind of back that side.
Or she's going in
Yeah.
now and using the chaos to take out Titania specifically.
She said in the last, I have my notes, she said in the meeting that she wants the bow because the bow enslaves all of the Aarakocra, and she wants the Aarakocra. And I think after the war between the Archfey and the Devils, she wants to take over Centrum as the queen, basically, and have basically the Centrum and the Aarakocra to fight whatever comes through the Great Rift.
Which I think is a little too convenient because it's right there next to where the Great Rift is happening.
Okay, Wade is just like drawing the
It's
strings.
just-
like,
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy theory. She
Yeah.
knows. We don't know that for a fact.
She is Hexavia's boon. She has forbidden knowledge. I have no doubt. She was telling me the partial truth during that whole time. She was not giving us the whole truth.
God, it's almost like
Um,
what Apollo has been saying since she's twisted.
I was with you on that one.
I will let.
No, I agree that she's not the best, but I also think that the Great Rift is like a huge problem.
You will let what,
Um,
oh gracious and powerful, wise.
One person make a history check.
One person make a history check, not it.
I can guidance.
I can
I
guidance.
actually don't have proficiency.
I'm thinking this would be way just based off of the conversations that were happening, but allow someone else to make it.
I mean,
I'll guidance you, Wade.
whoever wants to make it that's not me, I can inspire.
Okay.
Actually, I'll put it
Wait,
this
I
way. If you
didn't
want to
see.
make the roll, this is a potential hint just because of how long it's been.
Okay.
If you
Is
want
that-
it.
Is it considered since we're all collaborating? Would that also be like a help action?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on this.
Okay. All right.
You got this, Wade. You're so smart.
Just because a lot of like the stuff that's been happening happened IRL years ago.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
You could do with us one.
I got the biggest brain in the room. Oh, that's pretty good.
Sick.
Dirty 20. That's including guidance.
Okay.
25.
You needed a 25.
That's without those
Oh
three.
yeah, wait.
Okay, so
No one ever uses
where so,
Well, I
it's,
was
so
going
it's
to.
kind of like me just being like kind of throw some random questions. So just a reminder, so that the Aarakocra specifically were not just like regular Aarakocra. You guys have come across Aarakocra before. The leader of the Navigators Guild is an Aarakocra. These Aarakocra specifically were Fae corrupted. They had been warped by the Fae and did not look like regular Aarakocra.
Didn't we fight them when we were calling ourselves the
We
Lightning
fought
Callers?
them at Pisces, yeah.
Yeah.
You did. And where did you fight them?
In Pisces
Mazzaro's-
Dream
or
Realm?
Pisces. Dream
Which is where?
Divine Realm.
Was it
Oh, these are Divine Realm Aarakocra!
Divine Realm Aarakocras?
Or they can at least go into different planes.
That's true.
They can actually go into a different plane of existence.
Oh, fuck. She's planning to evade and whatever on the other side of the Great Rift. She's not planning to defend. She doesn't care about the endless sky. I mean, we already kind of established that, but she really wants to invade. She's not protecting or
she-
trying to defend against anything. She's trying to invade what's on the other side. She's not
Start.
defending.
Before they can come here.
So that means she knows what's on the other side then.
Well, we.
Or evidence. Doesn't
Oh.
say that she knows. It's more evidence that she has an inkling of what's on the other side.
Amanda didn't react. I think we're on the wrong street.
She didn't take a drink
You
of
think we're on the
anything.
wrong
I
street?
got nothing to drink.
Yeah, usually Amanda reacts a certain way when we're right and we're guessing things.
I won't go based off that.
I will.
Okay.
I think Wade is onto something, that the fact that these Aarakocra can go into another plane.
Well, we can go into another plane.
Right, but my evidence that I'm stuck on, I know I'm hyper fixated on this, was that the first thing, this is the first time we've learned where the Great Rift is happening, and it's happening near Theseus and
And Melthazar.
That is a big
Melthazar.
area, though.
Where was
But she's specific.
where was
I
the
don't think
halfway
it's a
house?
What?
Where was
The
the halfway
halfway
house?
I think that's it somewhere.
It wasn't between there, was,
Theseus and Melthazar?
was it? And I'm wondering why she set something up there.
I fucking hate all this shit.
I'm just
Why
saying.
did you-
She
Oh, no,
had a
you
dude
can
there.
She had a setup.
Specifically,
Didn't
she
the
had a
halfway
setup
house break down though? Wait, didn't the halfway house break
because of
down?
us.
The halfway house collapsed on itself.
But the point is, it was
Wait,
where
say that one more time, one
it,
percent at a time, because then it
collapsed
glitches.
on itself.
It collapsed on itself.
But the
Well,
important thing is,
Not quite.
wait, Pathos showed up.
Pathos, yeah.
But the important thing is,
Do you need to go talk to my dad?
that was in between those two locations where the Great Rift might supposedly happen, and Ravania had a setup there.
Right.
Meaning she probably knew where it would happen and wanted things to be ready. And she was collecting
That wasn't
wayfarers there
her.
to travel
Wayfarers.
through planes.
Do planes. She's a plane hunting, or looking for people that can plane jump.
I'm just
I
saying
thought it was
that
that-
does make a lot of sense.
Okay. Hunting wayfarers.
God, imagine if
Something
you
to
played
do
the
with
Rangers that can
dimension.
like deal with portals and stuff. That new class, what they're called? They're like Rift Walkers or something.
Wait,
Horizon
say that
Walkers?
louder.
Horizon Walkers.
The Ranger class.
The Ranger class, yeah. They're called
Oh yeah,
Horizon.
yeah, yeah.
Imagine. I should multi-class.
I was gonna play that, but then I chose Druid.
Oh, that's right. I do remember this conversation. I digress. Not to say that we should have the meeting anytime soon, but another meeting with Katie to confront these actions.
Apollo is going to thank Ayla for this wonderful topic. His brain hurts.
But
I'm gonna go talk to Pathos, or try to.
Pathos. Oh yeah, 'cause you got the boom.
I have the boon of Pathos. I'm gonna go try and talk to him. Because at one point, Ravanya held his boon and Hexavia's boon. And she was crazy.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking he may have information on Ravanya. Therefore, I'm gonna go talk to Pathos. He
I have
might know
Saul.
things. What?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Nope, please, Apollo. You have a better plan than I do.
Well, I'm just saying he might know something that we don't about Ravanya or Kate. So, it might be worth trying to talk to him for whatever it gets us.
I
Yeah,
was
I
just
think that's a
saying,
good
I
idea.
still have Summon Faye stocked, which is Saul who gave us the tour.
Summon what?
Centra.
Something fake.
Saul,
So
Summon
sad.
Faye,
Later.
the satyr that guided us.
Oh,
Yeah. I think that's a good
Could
idea.
summon him and ask him about Titania.
Hey,
I just
Paul.
want to talk about this idea of like, what if we grab the bow?
what if she already has the bow?
We don't know.
We don't.
We don't know, because I did a divination and saw her do that to Titania.
So that's within 7 days. It's only been one night.
It's been 2 days.
So
2 days,
yeah,
sorry, 2 nights.
And I think if she already had the bow when we scryed on Damien, it would look a lot different right now.
it might have looked a lot different if she had the bow.
But it
already.
also might
Yeah.
look the exact same.
It's possible.
That's
It's
what I'm saying.
possible.
It's a lot of mights and what ifs.
I think we would operate
Hey,
as if she doesn't have it
Divination
yet,
is for the next week, I believe.
within the 7 days.
Mhm.
So I would
Within
operate.
the next. Yeah, sorry, we
So we
have
have 5
10
more
day
days.
weeks.
Yeah.
So
Potentially.
Plans wouldn't change, I think, even if she does have the bow. I think we still need to investigate.
just wondering if that's a better pathway, because I agree, she's hiding things from us.
We all need to be aware, though, if we go down that rabbit hole, that puts us in direct confrontation with Ravanya. And from that
I
direct
almost.
confrontation, I don't know if there's a way back. We have the most tentative alliance ever, where 3 of us already, 2 of us for sure don't trust her and anything that she says. I think outright questioning or outright going against what she is wanting to do will dissolve that alliance pretty quickly. Just something to be aware of. Apollo's gonna go find. Are there any like little outlets with like water like flowing off the island?
Yeah, there's 4 waterfalls that flow out of Dendar. One of them is by the Temple of Nazara, but there's 3 others.
Can I go find the most secluded one?
Sure.
You want me to take you to my hole in the by the tree on Charles' property?
Hey, man, keep me away from your hole, please. I've hidden that hole, Ava. You remember I was bloodied and dying in that hole.
That's true.
That's true.
I go find just a secluded area,
Sure.
and I will sit down and I will try to meditate. I'll make an offering of one of the masks that I collected from my temple. I'll light some incense and I'll just toss it off the side. I don't know what I'm doing here.
So you just you light a mask with
Like,
incense.
I take incense and I put it on the ground, and I just take a mask and offer it to the void, basically, just let it fall
to the
off.
darkness of like an alcove.
Sure.
No,
I
I'm
was
not
thinking, like,
asking.
falling off the island.
Okay,
Like,
that's
falling
a, like
into
that would make more sense. But like, what were you
Right.
trying to say? Okay, just throwing it off the island.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeet.
So what is it that you're gonna try to do?
I'm going to try and, for lack of a better word, commune with Pathos.
Okay. And do what? Like, what are you asking? What are you trying to do?
I'm going to, just hoping it's more of a conversation, be like, hey bud, do you know anything about Ravanya, about her plans, about what she was looking for while she was in possession of your boon? I guess that would probably be what I would ask. I would ask if he has any information about the Great Rift or what her plans for the Great Rift are, could be. I think that's all Paul would really care to ask either way.
Pick random directions you've never been before. while praying to him. Get lost. Isn't he the god of the lost?
Yeah, but I think it's more like lost as in you're falling off into the endless abyss.
Yeah, polymorph, dive off.
Leap of faith.
Yeah, Amanda's never been so gracious with those rules. 2 seconds and you're dead.
I've never.
There's no terminal velocity. You just are terminal velocity at all times.
Lol.
You fall 600 feet in 6
In
seconds.
2 seconds, you are dead. It's like there's a kill barrier below the map, and like you just
To be fair, I've been incredibly clear about the kill barrier under the map.
That's also
It's
true.
called Pathos' Domain.
And it's called the
all right. Well, how close can I get to Pathos' domain without entering it?
You gonna find out?
I mean, I can just
can I-
polymorph and float down.
Fly down there.
That's up to you.
Okay, Ava, I might need you to bring me back if I die.
Keep, give us a piece of
Do
your
you want me
hair.
to go with you?
Walk around.
No.
I could be a little birdie on your shoulder.
One, don't think you would take too kindly to that. 2, well, maybe this will be my ascension.
Give
You
us-
might have been just laughing, it's not.
Give us a piece of your hair. Eventually we could bring it
yeah,
back.
I give it. Well, you have Aries, and you also have my
That's-
simulacrum.
Ah, that's true.
You have. There's enough of me to go around.
You can just select new
We're just gonna be
character.
walking to the store. I'm gonna get a. What the fuck?
Okay.
Wait, is your plan to just go down?
My plan is at first to hover
Sounded
down.
like a good idea.
I don't know, dude. She usually rewards creativity, though.
I do.
Okay, we'll start with the
Usually.
mask and see if it goes from there. Because she's not giving me good vibes.
I don't like your vibes,
You're
Keith.
right. I always reward creativity. Actually, I shouldn't say reward. There's always something that happens due to creativity. I don't generally. I don't think I've ever just killed you guys on
I
site
can go with you.
without a reason.
No, she scared me. I don't want
Remember the king?
Yeah,
And you remember, I gave you an out on that.
she gave us a red.
I could try plane shift
God, that
us,
traumatized.
but I don't
never
know
do
if I
anything
have
again.
the-
I know. It traumatized my performance. Like, I question every decision I make.
I-
I could go with you.
Man,
You
I
have
have
to
to find a
study.
good
I know I
king.
have to study,
You have to study.
but I also have to.
I'll go. I could.
It's so easy to find a kid. You're fine.
I still have to talk to Kikimara.
Go. No, you have to fucking study for 12 hours. Go study.
Versus Ascension?
Yes, study first.
Fucking Christ.
Alright.
Study.
I heard that via telepathic bond, so.
You heard you acting
I'll
up.
start just at my little opening into the abyss, and I'll wait there for, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Kind of just concentrating on Pathos and the boon that I have.
Okay. As far as you can tell, nothing happens. You lit the mask on fire, right, and dropped it into off the side. And you don't.
Nothing happened.
I was like, why the fuck did you burn it? Fucking. Just further down.
Okay. I guess I will. I don't know.
Leap
Is
of
this something
faith.
worth pursuing or no? Do I want to do it or no? I could just teleport. I could just fall until I get to a certain point and then teleport back up.
At a certain point, it'll be plane shift.
At a certain point, it'll be resurrection. I don't know, Ava. What do you think? I trust your instincts.
I'm a little worried how you'll get back.
Well, if I hover down, I'll hover back. I'm not saying to enter his domain. My plan is to get as close to that kill boundary as I possibly can. It's just like Horizon or Mizara. You can only find her on the edge of storms. Maybe you can only find Pathos on the edge of this plane.
I'm just going to dip my toes in.
Just my ankle.
You want me
Just
to
a little-
open you a doorway? I'll just open you a door real quick.
No, because that might open the Great Rift.
just might is, you know, it could be 10%, it could be 3%. Like, it's just a might.
I want to open a door. Ava, roll a D1.
What?
No.
No, I don't think we risk that. I think I will try to float as maybe you can wild shape into something, that way I retain my senses. And I
She
don't-
only she can wild shape.
What?
She can't wild shape you.
Right, but she can wilder shape herself into something that can hold me and we go down. So that way I retain my senses. And
I can do that.
Okay. Let's just try that. Let's start there before I go jumping off the deep end into nothing.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Ava is going to wild shape into something strong enough to hold myself.
Okay.
They're historically fast as fuck.
Yeah.
It could be a giant owl.
We're going to
Oh, that's a good
descend
one.
and just descend until I get that eerie feeling maybe we probably shouldn't descend anymore. And I'm going to try to contact Pathos again.
You step off the island. Immediately you want to go home.
Okay.
I've got to get back to the island, Jack.
Got to go back to the island.
So, as
I'm
Wade,
sorry.
where are you right now? You're just there, right? You're watching this.
No, he's studying.
Studying.
Where are you though? He says you're studying, but where are you? Where do you say Wade is right now? Did you go with? Because these two went to go find a soul cage.
I didn't go with them.
Okay, so where are you right now?
I would have been with Apollo and then stayed at wherever that needs to be. Whatever area would be good for studying for 12 hours. I guess
Okay,
the
so
nearby library.
Have you left before this conversation?
No. No,
Okay,
I'd
so
still be there.
Okay, so you see this happening. What do you
Yeah.
wish to do? Are you going to leave at this point, or what are you going to do? It's not up to Andrew. It's up to you. What is Wade doing right now?
I kind of want to telekinetically shove him off.
Let it happen. Someone has to die in this campaign.
Someone has
I'll be
to.
the token again.
Again, I didn't do it this time.
I don't know. I don't know. Apollo's always so sure of
Should we
decisions.
not do this?
You are completely free to make whatever decision you want to make. I gave you what Apollo thought should happen, but you do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm a telekinetically shove him. And then I go to study.
So he's standing on the edge. You watch as Apollo is standing on the edge, looking down, having this conversation with Ava, and you see as Ava, you're turning into a giant owl.
Yep.
Okay.
And stickers
As-
are still gonna follow.
Yeah. As Ava, actually, Ava, how do you transform into a giant owl? What does that look like as you're currently standing on the edge of the island, looking down into the endless sky?
I think Ava just says, "Trust me, I'll catch you," and she falls off. And then as she's falling, like the star fire kind of flips around her, and she spreads her arms, and they become giant owl wings, and she becomes a giant owl.
Okay.
That's pink.
So you watch as Ava begins to trust me and just falls off, and you watch as her little pink body begins
Aren't I
to.
already falling?
Not yet. As you watch as she begins to fall, and you're watching her descent, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, I'm notorious for being good at these.
That's strength, right?
Yeah, it's strength.
Where is it?
DC 18. Oh, I thought it was super low.
Yeah, as you're watching this, you just feel this, and you find yourself in free fall. And Ava, as you turn into the giant owl, you look up to see that Apollo has jumped in after you.
No, Apollo's not. Apollo is flailing both arms and legs. Like, yeah. The whole
Ava
way.
wants to just fly right under him so that he like poof, falls onto her back, basically.
Okay, I need an
Nuts.
acrobatics check from Ava and a dexterity save from Apollo.
I am notorious for
Athletics?
being good at these.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
Well, acrobatics for Ava
by
and a
the way-
dex save for.
I rolled even today for Cosmic Omen, so it's a reaction plus D6 for allies. Not bad. It's gonna be a total of a 14.
14.
25.
Oh.
Hey, hey,
What's up?
what's up?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
What's up?
25 dex save.
25. As Apollo is flailing, Ava, you are a master of flight. You are a dragon, and an owl body makes it no different. And you expertly move under Apollo, and Apollo, you just get the cool guy energy. And you, how do you land this? How do you stick this landing?
No, Apollo does not have cool guy energy. Apollo is still flailing, regardless of the 25, and just like holds on to Ava's neck and does not let go.
Like a cat, like being jumping out of the top chest.
Yep.
Ha! Okay, you do not hurt Ava doing this.
Apollo spits out a bunch of feathers in his mouth.
Like this.
And Ava will just kind of like spiral down. Like she's not actually putting that much effort into flapping her wings right now.
Yeah.
Because she just needs to kind of glide as low as possible.
And Wade, as you look down at that display, see most of it, you get a little chuckle in your chest. Worth it.
Yeah,
And you just look down into that
thinking of it.
empty blue sky.
I can't wait to do the same for you in 334.
The sound of the water coming off the mountain. There's not a lot of ships that pass below this point. You can see a few, but you can watch as the stream of purple starlight from Ava's wild shape that seems to dissipate across the sky, almost like the leftover of a firework. That strange haze of smoke slowly drifting and dissipating. You just feel your eyes focus.
It's like a model
This
rocket,
little-
Apollo's screaming.
This smoke across this perfect canvas as you watch them disappear down below. Meanwhile, the two of you are getting a silver cage. I would say finding a soul cage will not be successful.
Doesn't say it's so. I just need a
It's
tiny
silver-
silver cage worth 100 gold.
I would say you are able to find one.
I'm
It's
gonna go to a bird store.
perfect. Yeah, you were easy. You were. I'll say with that.
You see initiative immediately.
I just slide 10 extra gold onto the counter.
I'll say you have a variety of different
He
small
gets 2 stars
cages.
immediately.
You see some are for small birds. You see some that are like the just square box cricket cages. There's definitely a market for silver cages. Birds are a well-known pet. And do you want to make a description for this cage? What is it that you buy?
It looks exactly like a bird cage. It's going to be a tiny little handheld silver cage.
Okay.
The normal, like, straight
shape.
dome shape.
Oh yeah.
Little window in the front.
Yeah.
This soul's so comfy in here.
Yep. And it's a super simple but like good material cage.
Yeah. And you're buying one or two.
Just,
It doesn't consume it.
will we need?
A
It doesn't
podcast.
consume.
No, I thought for some reason I heard you say two. You sold the one, right?
Yeah, just one.
Okay. Is there anything that you guys do during this time? Any conversations? Anything you wish to
It's like
accomplish?
one of those restaurants where you get to pick your seafood.
Do you want that one? I put 10 gold on the counter. That bird, please.
She's,
The,
Is it an owl?
plump one.
It's
just like, go for it.
endangered and it's
oh,
Man, I'm Scottish macaw who's 80 years old and longer than I am.
last one around, endangered species. Looking to get the mate next week. Should be back and running up then. Glad you know it's going to good hands.
you see the bird you point out. It looks like wait. I'm trying to think. What fucking bird is that? A pheasant with like the really meaty pheasants with
Got
the
big tits.
yeah with the yeah.
What do you want? The bird with the fat tits, ma'am.
Chicken breast.
That shit plump, sir.
You see that it is it's like a silver purpley color, but It's the same word. It's got the big breast on the front.
Sir, you're really fucking sick, but 10 gold makes me okay with that.
And you see it has.
I want the new-breasted dick.
The thick one with the yitties.
Oh my god.
And you see,
Wildly
look at
different
it.
experiences.
It has a brightly, almost luminescent purple
I want them calcium
purple crest across the top of the head that kind of flops over on one side and covers part of the eye.
Damn, she laying eggs yet?
Oh, it's evil.
Oh my
And you
god.
see it has like the bright red, I think like the Chinese pheasants, that big long thin red tail. And you can see, as you pointed out, and the bird is not massive. It's about the size of a chicken or so, except the tail is like twice the length of the body. And you see, as you pointed out, and the shop owner is this old gnomish woman, and she goes, "You have good taste, son." And she takes the little bird off.
Well, he has good taste.
He's like, "Oh,
At
you
least he
a
will.
bird
Oh.
enthusiast."
I'm sure it'll taste good.
In some ways.
You see,
To some. To ladies, to big ones.
sucking at you. This is a Keystone pheasant. Some like to
We don't need to know about it.
The less,
My god.
the less the better.
She's kind of like,
Please go on.
she kind of like, alright,
Wrapping bamboo around us to explain.
see, alright,
This is time.
are you,
What kind of delicacy is it? You said?
are you
Interesting. Interesting.
are you a singer, young man?
What?
A singer?
No.
No, you look the type. I'm kind of surprised. Most people don't pick out this type of bird. They're kind of a songbird.
We'll be singing where it's going.
Dinner and a show.
Oh my god.
That's exactly what we need then. Thank you very much.
Oh,
How much for the cage as well? The bird and the cage with 10 gold cover it.
yes, the tentacle. If I recommend, they have a pretty specialized diet. 5 silver will cover for.
We know all we need to know.
I've been looking for this bird for quite a while. It's quite alright.
Caroline was right. Such polar opposites. Precipice of ascension. And I'm a fucking this bird.
I want to eat them big
I want to eat this bird.
She sells it. She's here to make money. She sells you the bird.
Thank you, bird woman. You're gonna leave.
And as you pick it up, you
As soon as he
see
gets outside.
you see this bird kind of looks at you and kind of tilts the head.
Listen, I've been true polymorphed into this fucking thing for years.
Please, God.
Get me outside! I see you're a wizard of great renown. It's the weasel woman. She's fucking.
Just
As he looks, he's
I think it said cook to 160.
Medium healing pan, rosemary, bottle of wine.
Sauteed and garlic butter.
I heard it quite well.
oh my. I cooked the 160.
It's how quick he was with it.
I'll just take one of the straps on my back and hang the cage like.
okay. Okay.
Oh shit.
I'll leave back in real quick. Does this bird have any type of hand training?
What?
What?
Is this hand trained? Or is it
Yes,
going
it-
to
it-
bite me?
No, it should not. It is domesticated. It is a companion animal.
Good. I'll just walk out.
Captains like to take on their. Okay.
I will keep the cage attached to my backpack, but I will pull it out and set it on my shoulder for now.
The bird?
Mhm.
Okay.
I know we bought it for you, but what if we really fuck with this lady? What if I eat the bird, turn into the bird, go back in,
No.
and talk to her?
No.
got it. 160.
Yep.
Thank you for the reminder. I will not burn you.
Do
I
you think it'll
promise.
set its own timer for when it's done?
I sure hope so. Preheat the oven. It just sings a song once the temperature's right. There it is. All right.
Oh, golden brown.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I don't know if I can whistle, but I will try to whistle now.
All right. Okay. Meanwhile,
Back to the precipice of ascension.
Yeah.
sure.
You mean the pit of Apollo's death?
Fucking jerk! Not very uplifting.
So.
Hey, but we're gonna have to go back up, I think.
Something weird
Do
is
you want
going
that
on in
one?
the
We'll
forest.
take
I
that
can
one.
feel
I
it.
like that one.
There's a lot of conversations of tits over the.
You see it in your mind. Do you see the breasts on that one?
You buy the bird with the big titties,
Okay.
please. It's all over. Telepathic bond.
Fucking please.
Apollo is like falling into
Bring
the
it to
abyss.
me.
I want the big titty bird.
That's a steal for the size of them.
Oh my god. Okay.
Uh,
So as you guys are buying a big booby pheasant,
BBP.
so meanwhile, in this world of the endless sky, where everyone lives on pieces of rock that float in basically a space with oxygen, Apollo and Ava have jumped off the edge into gravity, into the void, to attempt to make contact with Paphos, the god of the lost.
Apollo did not jump. Apollo was pushed.
Oh, he's pushed, yeah. I'm
was
sorry.
thinking you
And
said-
caught by your druid companion. And you all, the both of you, you're not free falling. This is a very guided circular descent, thanks to Ava's giant owl. You have never really fallen before. You have never really traveled much before this journey began. And you have heard stories about the below. You have even sent a few people yourself down here for whatever fate met them, including a whale.
They didn't hurt him.
Oh man.
And as you descend, it is this strange change of lighting from where the sun shines warmly upon the endless sky, and you have this strangely clear horizon of blues. Just suddenly watch that blue grow darker and darker. This nothingness more and more pressing. There's this feeling of just wrong. As the further you go down, it is like descending into the bottom of the ocean. This pressure begins to build upon you. The air itself becomes cold as you realize it is becoming darker because the light of the suns cannot reach. And you continue to descend.
I have dark vision.
You do. And so does Ava. And so even when the sky turns black, as the sky turns black, and the only way that you know that you are continuing forward is because of gravity continuously pulling you down. There's a point in which the pressure is deep and continuous. I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, okay. Well, I keep my wisdom stat, so that's good.
I'll inspire Ava.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I didn't roll that well, actually.
You got this, my feathered companion.
I can give you a
The
cosmic
thing-
omen as well. If
The thing about, or actually, tell me first. How do you inspire her?
I give her a nice pat on the neck and say, I'm trusting you if I don't make it out to bring me back, so
How do you say it? Here.
telepathically.
Okay.
what is your inspiration dice now?
It is I believe it's still a D10.
D10.
Unless I
D10. Okay.
Spells don't work down there.
It's actually a D12 now.
Hey! Oh,
Oh,
fuck. Look
cool.
at you.
Okay, let me roll a D12.
I'm like, thank God. I want to fly away.
Okay. Dirty 20 for
Thank
me.
you.
You continue to descend. The pressure continues to grow. And for a moment you forget which way is down. That should be easy to tell because gravity is pulling you down. Right? That's hard to tell. The motion of the circular descent is constant, but the pressure is ever growing. And you feel there is this silence,
Oh,
this never ending silence. Infinite. Deafening. It is so quiet. You can hear your heartbeat. It is deafening in your ears. And that's all you can hear is your heartbeat. It is so quiet. You feel the need to speak, to have something to hear. You feel yourself try to speak to Ava, to say something sarcastic, to say something off-putting, to say anything. But one cannot speak where there is no air to breathe. And one cannot fly on wing when there is no air to keep them afloat.
Shit.
But it's
When-
okay. Because you know which way you need to go. Because you have gravity. Right?
When I hit a certain point where we felt it get so thin we couldn't breathe.
I feel like that would happen first before. But at that point, also, technically, based off falling that distance, and that he would actually probably freeze
It's
to
also
death.
probably so mad you can't keep.
Yeah.
What is Apollo and Ava? You feel yourself on the edge of something. Do you turn back?
Mentally, I think Ava is just this really soft Apollo.
Do I still feel a connection to my magic?
Sort of.
In what way?
Have you ever seen an image flipped? An image you know very well,
Like just rotated?
just mirrored.
Oh.
And you look at it and you've seen the photo hundreds of times, but there's just something about it that's wrong. You can't quite place it. You see it a lot on social media when someone's reposted a video where they flipped.
The video's weird.
It's familiar, you've seen it, but it takes you a minute to figure out what's different about it. So yes. But also sort of.
guess I don't feel like we should go deeper. I'll say telepathically.
Ava will try to kind of flap her wings and stay if she can, but she is experiencing that sort of vertigo of like just pressure.
I will try to speak out loud.
Okay.
Before I do that, does this look familiar as when Ava opened up the door and we passed through Pathos' realm? Does this look same feeling, same everything,
Not exactly,
but close?
but very close.
I think if we go through that precipice, go past that point, we'll be in the realm. I've come to ask for knowledge of one who was once lost, one who once belonged to you. Now I belong to you.
Let go.
What'd she say? She said, let go. Ava, I think you should go back up.
Oh, I'm not leaving you. But I'll stop keeping us afloat.
I don't know if you get to come back out from this. I don't even know if I get to come back out from this. And we're the only one that can bring each other back. Should anything happen.
Can't bring you back if I don't have your body. Because owls can 180 turn their head. Ava will
this is terrifying. She just. Oh God.
Have you stared at your face in a mirror in a dark room?
God.
Now imagine that with a giant owl.
Sorry, I can't make eye contact right now.
Don't do that. It'll look forward.
The giant owl beak will take a piece of your hair.
Triggers.
Like a clip, like a little clip, like a nom, chomp.
Alright. Regardless of what happens, just know I love you and everyone at the Starlight Battalion. And I will just
I love you, Apollo. I trust
slide
you.
off Ava's back.
I'll open any door I need to get to you. Trust me. And I'll watch Apollo fall.
And Apollo, as you fall, you can tell that you are falling. That sense of confusion of where gravity pulls you to. For a moment, it's clear. In this vast expanse of silent darkness, silent, deadly darkness, there is a single star. Above you as you fall. That's my guiding light!
Alright, buddies. Do you want me to start rolling a new character now, or?
Lol.
How do you want to prepare the bird?
Salt, pepper.
So,
Italian style.
you watch that guiding light until it fades. What is your name?
Apollo.
Who gave you that name?
I don't know.
Do you like it?
I've grown accustomed to it.
What would you do to keep it? How hard would you hold on to this name you've grown accustomed to?
I wouldn't. Names are easily given. Names are easily earned.
You're not falling. You are perfectly still. It is comfortable in this stillness. You saw the result of the loss of a name. The madness it can cause. And yet you'll give it up. So easily. You see this pale white reflection just out of the corner of your eye. This movement of marble.
She didn't lose her name. Or should I say she bargained her name away. And even after all that she went through and all that she did, there were still some people willing to give her name back.
And do you think those others will do whatever it takes to get yours back? You who threw yourself, gave yourself to me. Nameless, faceless, castless, soulless.
That feeling? I do. I think the bonds that I've struck with this family so I think they would go through almost anything as I would them.
You have questions. Ask. I will give you one.
Oh my god. Ah, man, that's stressful.
And you will give me everything. And as you realize, you are still. You are not falling. You are standing on something. Something firm. Massive. And it moves slightly. as that mask comes back into your view. Half of that massive, pale mask as you stand in the palm of his hand.
So I only have one question.
Yes.
I still have to finish.
You feel the hand move as the fingers curl up, cupping over you. They stand miles high, infinitely high.
Can I insight check a god?
You jumped with such confidence. With so many questions.
It's a matter of finding which one is worth it, I suppose. It's not an easy task for the one who has many. Can I see anything inside the mask, or is it just pure dark?
It is nothing. It is a void. And even then, it's not just standing still. You see it almost like fading in and out of that darkness, just half of this stone marble mask.
I have a feeling I'm going to be taking very literal with what I ask.
It's a toughie.
What is Ravania's plan for the Great Rift? Does she wish to defend or invade? That was a comma, not a question. I had to specify.
Conjoined sentences, bitch.
It's a run-on, motherfucker.
Answer it all, motherfucker.
Fucker.
Wait, you said you take everything?
What is her plan? She does not plan
Jesus.
to invade.
Okay.
She does not plan to destroy. She plans to learn, to scout, to conquer, build what she sees fit. Everything that was denied to her. When that rift opens, this will change. And she wishes to be the harbinger. She will take that power and create upon her own canvas.
Thank you.
Now, what is it that you want?
It's a lot less easy to decide. Well, I have many wants, many desires. I want to spare as many as I can upon the Great Rift opening. I don't want Ravanya to have free will to create what she sees fit.
Why?
I feel as if she values her desires more than the lives of those around her.
The darkness moves around you. And you find yourself in the streets of Altor. Moving up the road outside of your, not far from your home, past where the mine was. The bodies hung up in the streets. And it fades back to the darkness.
She's so keen to throw away the lives of Aldir and Altor between. So long as she accomplishes what she wants in order to recreate as she sees fit.
And what would you do with her?
I see the spark, I see the potential for her to be someone that is worthy being able to reshape destinies. And I see what the madness has done to her. And I see the lingering effects of that. I see her not wanting to relinquish that control, the control which was denied her for so long. I would erase that pain, that part of her life spent being tortured by the madness, in hopes that she can, in time, learn what makes those lives worth saving. The bond of friendship, the bond of family, the trust that we place in one another. The fact I would throw my life away in order to save those closest to me.
The fact that you have.
So be it.
She resided here. This place of safety. She was mine. And she tricked and she lied. She thinks she is clever. You need help. And you see that the cracks along the stone, that Jacqueline grin. Willing to give away everything for a deal. You need power. I can give it.
In exchange for
You send her back to me.
Oh my.
Oh. Remove the protection of Hexavia and return her soul where it belongs.
I wish I could agree. I'm afraid I can't. She does think she's clever. She does think that she's 3 steps ahead. And while I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it myself, for whatever reason, all I can see is faces of my family who have taught me that no matter how far gone you think that you are, there's always a spark worth preserving and holding on to. From that spark, who knows what can happen. And I see that in him. I wish that I didn't. This would be an easy deal to take.
Then why did you kill Alexa?
I didn't see it in him. There was no spark of kindness or willingness to help another. There was just twisted ideas of what he thought life was. The ability to tear and destroy and rip and rend just to create what you think is perfect. Some spark of humanity or grace or kindness that was easy. I wish I could say I didn't see that in Ivania or Katie, but I do. So, for that reason, I'm sorry, I cannot accept it.
You see the mask, the smile vanishes as if the rock has turned to water. Disappointing.
Believe me when I say I will send those to you that I feel worthy.
I took you for one that would do whatever it takes. No matter. And you see a hand reaching out from that darkness, impossibly large. But as it draws closer, rather getting larger with distance, it becomes smaller until it is a normal human-sized hand that extends out into impossibly large proportions. He sees it forms a figure, a single finger. It is no matter to me then. This life is yours to choose. And when it's all over, and the finger taps your chest, and you feel this tug, and you feel this rip, as you feel something is pulled from you. As you see this hand holds a small mote of light. When it is all over, your guardian of the dead will bring you to me. And the fingers close around you, crushing you. For everyone up on the surface.
Do we even need to get the soul cage now? Or is that
Ava.
just a 110 gold bird?
Ava, as you
How many pieces of
as you turn and you begin to move upward, it is a strange effect. Hey. It is a strange effect as you're flying up. You've spent so long descending for it to be so quick when you ascend. Within moments, you are back in the sunlight, back in the endless sky and the warmth and life. And there is just silence from Apollo.
I think Ava is gonna stay in giant owl form and almost fly below the city of Dendar, like below the island, basically, ready to barrel dive if she needs to. But do I still feel any of Apollo's magic? Because he's the one who casts telepathic bond.
You do. It's only been a few moments since you left Apollo, when suddenly that connection to his magic comes up like a ping. And as you look up, make a perception check for me.
What the fuck?
Goes back to Peppers.
Hey, buddy.
Well.
Listen, can you at least put me like, I don't know, in a safer spot?
Why am I soft locked here?
Yeah.
What kind of ass?
18. As you look up, you see falling from above a free-falling tiefling. As you see, as Apollo is currently in full descent.
Well, you don't see that every day, and she'll go fly over to catch him in her talons.
And as you successfully catch Apollo, and you and Vagus travel back to your guys' meeting place with your new bird, whose fate will be determined. Sway, as you sit with your book, reading over this spell, taking in what you just saw through Sticker's eyes.
Oh yeah.
That's we're gonna end this week's session.
Where was Stickers again?
I had Stickers follow.
Was Stickles?
Stickles?
Stickles
And Stickers had followed
The Stickers in
them
the
into
plane?
the void.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Pathos is just like, yeah, there's a bird.
Yeah, you can watch. I want you to watch.
I want you to see what I do to him.
He followed? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
He didn't get, like, smited?
I don't know. Well,
That was actually the mode of light. It was Sticker's soul.
oh
He
shit.
said you can take this back with you.
No. Stickers was not smited. He was allowed entry.
He wanted you to see what
Yeah, he wanted.
So, thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you hopefully next week. Again, the schedule's gonna be kind of but
Yeah.
we'll be back to see what happens next time. It's gonna be
Oh my
fun.
god.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Bye.
So, I guess you think. So, everyone, we'll see you next time as we see how this campaign goes. Let's
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
So much to think about.